did you do that? How did you do that? Did you think it was...
This better be working this time, because yesterday it wasn't. How you doing, people? Welcome to the stream. We need to put this on first. Tell me if this is too loud. If it is, tough. But tell me if it is. Let's set the tone a little bit. Probably too quiet, actually. Ooh, who have we got? Right, let's put the disclaimers in a moment. We'll say hi to everyone first. Mike Macon, Skellington. Hello, motherfucker. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Squatilia Gaming, that is not loud enough. Rando, James, True Time, Tony Silver, thank you for the subs. Tony's here. I haven't seen Tony for ages. How you doing? Dracoff, DJ, Fless, Smooch, HG Wells, Mike Maker with 1.5k bits. Thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciated. You're a legend. Breg All the Wild is now the Dragonborn. Thank you for the sub. Hype Chain, let's go. We've got a Hype Chain already. How the fuck did that even happen? Wasn't even in the room. What did he just say? I can't hear. Well, never mind. Sounds a little quiet, but okay. You can hear me or not? Can you hear me? Sounds, you can hear me? Okay, good. Figery, how you doing? Yeah, she stayed up. Pauline, JL Primus, Kooks, how you doing? Finish him. Shout out the rules, not the work, indeed. Ransu, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Balance is good. Okay, perfect. If that gets too loud, tough shit, we're pressing Dragon Ball button, let's go. Woo! Mischief, how you doing? gotta make some room on my desk. So, people. Also, YouTube people, how you doing? Dark Apostle, Funky Monkey, Akara Fox, and Kitan. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Dragonborn, right? Welcome to the fucking jungle. Maticus Maximus, how you doing? Lonely Girl, also welcome. We're on 2 different platforms. There's a lot to do and a lot to say. Also, drops should be active by 6 p.m. US West Coast time, I think? I'm not sure entirely, but wherever Zos live. Also, the bits goal is 100%. I need to hide it real quick and fix it. That is mega. I'm really fucking happy with that. So let's just pretend that nobody saw me do this. I'm gonna press a ninja button to distract you. Okay, so here we go. Coon Bob! Thank you very much. All widgets. Bits goal. Shh, don't tell anyone. Oh, what's that doing? It's the wrong button. I think Streamlabs just broke. Shh, bits goal, there we go. Reset, shh. Don't tell anyone! We hit our goal already. That's fucking banging. Welcome to the patch notes. We've got lots of things, lots of new and uploaded, lots of things here. Yes, right. So that's what I was going to say. Jojo, welcome to the stream. Massive disclaimer, so do not be surprised if anyone does anything wrong and it happens. Listen carefully to that. Hello, motherfucker, yes. I need to turn this down a little bit, actually, because it's a bit too loud. Yes, you can see that particular YouTube channel has the whole theme tune, which is amazing. I'm going to be reading this live. I already know what to expect to some extent, but I'm reading this live. If anyone tries to get ahead of me and tries to be that dickhead that jumps on stage to say, I said words before I'm there, you know, just to get attention, you will be timed out. Be patient. I'm reading it live. This is why we're here. If you've already read it, brilliant. Go get a cookie, treat yourself. But I'm going to read this in order, live. Stop telling everyone that Darth Vader is Luke's father. Some people don't know yet. That is my line in the sand. Cross it and you're fucked. No getting ahead of the streamer. You will be modded. You will be. You won't be banned, but you will be told to shut the fuck up. No way you can read out loud. Shh, don't tell everyone. That is a very simple rule so that the stream doesn't get derailed and I can get through the fucking patch notes before Friday. Let's troll this like tempering. You like that one? I haven't even got a link for it. Shit, hold on. Mike, I think you might need this on tap. We haven't even got a link for the fucking new build yet. So, I did say it was coming, but I didn't really give you too many details about it. Bear with me, let me get a link. Not that one. Where the fuck have you gone? This one here. Copy link. I'm going to post it once in YouTube and Twitch, and then we're going to go from there. If anyone is after the link for the PTS patch notes, don't be lazy, go to the fucking forum. There you go. No Kanye? Correct. Jumps in a line of waves. Xynode is like Luke's father. So yes, the new video was released today. That is a community guide, basically. Let me squash this. Can I do that? That'll work. Rip! It's basically a combination of loads of bits and pieces of information from people that like to play certain ways. I spoke to loads of devs. I spoke to loads of people in the community. I spoke to fuck tons of people at the 10th year anniversary Amsterdam event. And that is basically a community collaboration. It is a troll pla for PvP, and it is designed to be a fucking brick wall. Annoying as fuck, and a brick wall. So get 10 of them. Do you need any more influence? Get 10 of them. Get your friends or other people's friends and just borrow them and all make the same build and all use it at the same time and be bastards. I mean, if they can't get past you, they can't win, right? Ah, there's more than one way to win. Constipator is dirty, no pun intended. Stupidly fun in Cyrodiil. Yes, and of course, Chaos Ball, hello. Anyway, people, we've got patch 10.0.0. This is update 42 for the Gold Road chapter for 2024 of the Elder Scrolls Online. Did I hit enough Google search puns there for them to catch me when this goes fully live after the stream is over? Maybe. Pale Gringo, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Original Jack, welcome to the stream as well. Someone did a chicken attack. So, as you know, we're getting a chapter. Did you read the patch notes? There are so many letters and such. There are letters and such. User, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Constipated status effect confirmed. No. Thank you. You know that we're going to the West Weald. You know that we're going to the Oblivion-ish areas that you are possibly familiar with if you played Oblivion. If not, well, this is new to you. But also, more importantly, we're going to Skingrad, which is the main kind of hub for the West Weald or for the Gold Road chapter. We have a new trial, we have new sets, we have new stuff, and we have fucking Scribing. And I can finally release, and I've been allowed to say that I can do this, because I checked all day and I've been holding on to it because they wouldn't let me say otherwise. Since the PTS is now officially live as far as information is concerned, rather than the actual patch, because that's still got to wait a bit. I know some of you tested stuff with the limited amount of time that you had at the event, and I'm happy for you. And you know that we did. But what you didn't know is that we already had hold of this for a whole week, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So now you know, since the PTS is live, that part of the embargo and NDA is out the fucking way. Yes, I played it for about a week. So I've seen a lot. And it's fucking awesome. Told you that I have a crush on her patch notes, so I'm delighted to listen to them now. That's brilliant. Is it mega though? Yeah, it's fucking insane, dude. It's insane. So I do know a lot of stuff already. That has been kept in. It was so difficult to do. Even at the event, we weren't allowed to tell people that we already saw it. We were allowed to tell them that we already tested it the day before, as far as their kind of sessions are concerned, but we weren't allowed to say that we had access to an internal server remotely. We did. I'm not going to say who did, but we did. Let's fucking go then, shall we? Remember, do not get ahead of me. People that get ahead of me will be timed out by the mod, and I don't care if you're offended. Be offended. Be offended. It's a rule. Don't get ahead of me. I'm glad you've read it. Right. New zone. Mirror more incursions, so they're like the world events. Scribing, yes. 11 brand new skills that you can customize. Skill styling, 22 different color changes for your skills. What if I get ahead of you? Finn, get out! Finn is in the chat, people. Zossicus Maximus has entered the building. We have got the mighty Finn in the chat. Now, he's going to take that because no one's ever called him the mighty Finn. They normally tell him to just fuck off. So, welcome in, dude. How you doing? I'm so pumped. Can you believe it? Can you actually? New trial, Lucent Citadel. Obviously, we'll go over that a bit more later. New item sets, new mythic items, new antiquities, new collectibles, new Tales of Tributes deck. Oh, yes. New homes, new furnishings, and stuff and things. Full HDR support. Hell fucking low. Character resolution, mail improvements, hireling correspondence, mail expiration changes, new environmental sustainability feature. Hello. Healing immunity bars. Finn put the FU in fun since forever, right? And new achievements. Obviously, we can't go over all of those because they're going to be like in-game stuff that you need to see. Available templates as usual. If you are on the PTS on gamepad mode, you need to hit the options button, no, the back button, and the menu will come down on the left-hand side. You can pick which template you like, whether it's full scribing, full character, or nothing, brand new one. And on PC, it's just a drop-down menu on the top left-hand side. Combat and gameplay issues that they know of are here, so we're going to have to go over that just to make sure that we know where the bugs are so we don't report them just in case we're already done. And there's a couple UI issues, as you would expect. Combat abilities, new itemization and sets, and companions. Yes, gameplay stuff, not new companions, just stuff that's already there. Sometimes before the eventual heat death of the universe. Dear, dear. And we've also got improvements for chapters and DLCs and base games. So we're going to go over as much as we possibly can. I'm not going to dismiss certain features as such, but when it comes to house and stuff and it goes, here's a new house, I'm going to skip that part. Not because I don't like it, but because I can't see it. It's just words. This is going to be a lot. I don't know how many pages there are. Hold on. We'll do a spoiler. Where the fuck is this one? This is page number... I don't even know what page number that is. That's 18 posts, so that's a fucking lot. Anyway, let's go. We're going to skip that part because we already know what that's coming. Scribing. So this is going to be something that is going to be confusing to people to start with, but it's really not. 42 pages in full? Fuck me. It's not the longest. Like, I think the longest I've read is, what, 50-something? Maybe... I remember 44 once. So, there's a system. Put YouTube in chat if you want the video. I did actually post a video previous to this with Kira explaining how it all works, just so you can kind of revisit that. 80 plus was the longest. Fuck me. But yeah, basically you've got Grimoires, you've got focus scripts, signature scripts, and affix scripts, and you've got ink. So basically you have 3 different scripts that are 3 different things that you can change on the skill, plus the Grimoire, which is the skill. So there's 11 skills, there's 3 different customizable slots, and then you need ink in order to write it down. That's in a nutshell. 3 different things that you can change. One of which, by the way, you're going to be very fucking excited about if you didn't already know, and that is that one of the scripts is a class-specific bonus. Small spoiler for that one. As an example, there is a way to make these skills generate cruxes without the need of an Arcanist skill to do it. So that's one variation. There's loads and loads of fucking stuff. But they are also somewhat intelligent to the possibilities that are out there. They do consider some things might be a bit broken, and if they are, they'll red them out, so you can't actually do it. For example, if you had the shield throw and it goes ping, ping, ping and hits multiple targets, and you have a taunt on it, it only taunts the first target. If you have an AoE ability with a taunt on it, it only affects the first target. Now, you can read through that and test it all the fuck you want. In the 5-day period that they did allow us access to the internal server, which you've only just found out about, obviously that was one of the first things I fucking went for, and rip, we can't do it. So, I tried. Similar to crafting runes? I mean, not exactly. Do you know what? If you simplify it, I guess so. But more, it's a base for your skill, 3 customizable options, and then you complete it. But you need ink to be able to do it. Captain America? Yeah, you can basically Captain America shield. It's actually really good. You need to see Trample. You need to see fucking Trample. It's insane. This is going to be explaining how the scribing works, but I've kind of gone over that. You need to go to the west wing of the Scholarium, where you can test your new scribed skills where the dummies are, or you can go to your house. But in the Scholarium itself, that's where you actually have this table in front of you with really cool statues. Look up, by the way. Always look up. And you can just customize your skill as much as you want. You don't actually have to commit to it until you use your ink and scribe it. But you do have to go out of the world and do a quest, a rather long one actually, to unlock all the stuff and things. 6 weeks on PTS, 10 weeks on console. Thank you for the update. I'm aware. What class would you recommend for a new player? My endgame goal is Trials DPS, tank, and PvP DPS. So, first of all, they're broad as fuck. There's lots of different things that you want to do. And secondly, any class, any race, any role. It's up to you. Do whatever the fuck you want. There is no rule to that, and anyone that tells you otherwise is full of shit. So, enjoy it. Pick what you like and go from there. So, there are 11 new Grimoires, so customizable skills. Note the wording there, by the way. Customizable skills. That's what I already told people they were. Spells crafting. It's not spell crafting. It is skills that you customize. If it was spell crafting, you'd make a brand new one, wouldn't you? These are already giving you the skill. You just get to change it. That you unlock per character basis. You have a weapon skill line, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. You've also got world skills. You've also got Mage's Guild and Fighter's Guild, and also an assault skill line as well. So we've got Vault. I'll see what good my memory is. Vault is a bow skill that gives you a wicked backflip. Shield throw, Captain America. Smash, that's a two-hander kind of swing in front of you. The elemental explosion is actually a channeled spin whizzy stick thing, and then you do a big bang. Mender's Bond is actually attached to target. That's like a beamy type thing. Traveling knife is actually pretty cool. You fling a dagger. Not the same as throwing dagger, because you can actually make that hit in area of effect, which is kind of cool. Soul magic is a bit nuts. This one is a single target attack, so you can turn it into a damage over time or an actual spammable. This one here is an area of effect attack, and you can make enemies kind of suck in all at the same time, like an area of effect pull, but there's lots of other things you can do with that. Then you've got, that is nuts, by the way. Both of these, spoiler, they're specials that you can change. You can turn these both into oblivion damage. Yeah, just saying. Unless they've changed it, and Finn's like, haha, we nuked it. Fighter's Guild, Mage's Guild, and Assault skill lines. You've got Contingency, which is actually quite a cool skill. I believe they changed that after the version that we played, but basically it was based on your resources. When your resource goes under a certain amount while this is active, any ability that you cast will cause it to burst and do whatever the effect is, whether it be heal, damage, pull, whatever. I think they nuked the 50% side of that, so now you can just activate it and the next skill fires it. But we'll have to check it anyway. Torchbearer is a flinging, waving torch in front of you that does damage or heals or however you want to build it. And Trample is the most epic skill I've ever seen in the fucking game. Are you ready for this if you haven't heard me already? You ready? You point at the enemy. No target lock, by the way. You aim where you want. And you summon your current, listen to this carefully, your current equipped mount. Yes, that means unlucky, goodbye wallet. You're going to be chasing the crown store for the really shiny mounts because you want to throw that one at the enemy. It's really fucking cool. I'm waiting to see 20 people in a line all press trample at the same time and watch someone get stampeded to fuck. It's going to be brilliant. You shut up, pass, indeed. Sick as fuck is really good. Do you notice your fundraising? Are you okay? I will be once I have my operation. That's on the 29th. We'll go over that another day. Hilarious with stick mounts. See, Rich was saying that as well. He said stick mounts. So they actually work. You can throw your stick horse at people. Purple wall, purple wall. Yep, we're getting there, Smooch. We're getting there. Don't get ahead of me. Trample hype, yes, Trample's gonna be fucking insane. So to acquire these, you need to visit the Chronicler. Is that how you say that? I don't know how the fuck you say these names. That's funny, actually, watching Zots on stage, where they're like, hey, this is the new guy, and his name is... Lawmaster, help me out here. And he's gone. Fucking, they're really hard to say. Words are hard, especially if it's Dwemer. But anyway, you have to go to the east wing of the Scalarium after completing the quest Wing of the Indrik, and purchase with gold after meeting the above requirements. So there is a new quest line, which is quite in-depth, where you start unlocking all this stuff. I believe it was outside the Mages Guild or something or other on the preview, but... we'll check that when the PTS goes actually live and we can have a look. But scripts you can get from lots of different areas. It can be unlocked on a per character basis as well. And focus scripts set the main function of a scribed skill, so what they actually do. Also determines the name and the resource type and the cost. So yes, they can have different costs and resource drains and shit depending on how you build them. Some could be stam, some could be mag, etc. Caught up where you are, you had the what, so that would be mega as fuck. I have no idea what you just said, Howlin. We're going to move on. Signature scripts give a skill unique effect. That would be the same as, I think, where the class ones come from. Unique effects often lean into mechanics and passives from the parent skill line. For example, the passive master signature script, when used on Vault, will give you the Hawkeye passive for the bow skill line. So that's the one that is tied to the skill area where it comes from. Which is why Soul Magic ends up having Oblivion on it, because it becomes quite a unique one. And affix scripts give the skill a final benefit or known buff and debuff largely from the major and minor system. I need to say something very... Dwemer is easy. You have to say the first letter of the word, then sneeze. So it's not Rekindlelift or anything. It's Rekindlelift. Done. It's easy. Note to self, need stick mount. You do need a stick mount. The devs have made this very clear while they're on stage, in person, and overcoms as well. These skills, while ultra fucking cool, are designed to give you more choices. They are not designed to be best over everything else in the game. You might find some fucking awesome combinations, but bear in mind, most of these are designed to give you another way to acquire something or do something that already exists in the game, to make things more customizable to you. So before you go, this is the best skill in the game, it might be, but that's not the design. Would a stick horses charge out too? Yes, we've already been over that, DJ. Wakey, wakey. Also, welcome to the stream. Not every combination of scripts can be scribed to every grimoire. That is because you can't hit someone with loads of damage and heal off at the same time in some areas. Seasoned allergies fluency, basically. Hopefully you don't break the game. Why would it break the game? That's it. It's over now. They added new skills. The game's going to explode. Scripts that share the same name may do slightly different things depending on the grimoire they are applied to, but the same theme will apply. Mix and match and discover what works for you. So there are 4,000 plus customizable possibilities. So there's a lot. The way that's described, by the way, is quite simple. 2 skills might heal, but 1 skill might heal differently to the other. But I heard Scribing is meant. No, you didn't. You heard them use the term properly rather than the backronym that people use on the internet. There is a difference. If you look up the actual term metagaming, that's the term adults use. The other version, that's what silly people use when they're trying to call ESO WoW. You can acquire scripts by having them drop in the world after completing their associated winged quests. So if you do the quest for that particular skill, you can then find, or for that particular line, you can actually then find stuff around in the world. We won't go too much into that, but there's a lot. So... where are we now? The ink, we're going to skip over this a little bit, but the ink itself, you need to find that and you need to use it as a way to craft the actual skills themselves. It's a resource cost, basically. Much like crafting would have certain materials that you would use, you need inks in order to scribe your skill, to write it down. Otherwise, you don't write anything in the book because you've got no fucking ink. Squeeze ink from a netch, I heard. Will it work? Just in case you didn't know, people, spoiler, you can squeeze a netch. Now you got everyone outside in fucking Gratwood or Deshan looking around for all these netches saying, where's the squeeze button? Some people are going to believe it. Can we sell these inks? That was asked, and I don't remember the answer to that. Finn, you might be able to help. Can you trade the ink? Player testable. Fair. Right. Skill styling. Again, we're going to glaze over these a little bit, but I know enough about them to be able to explain it. Skill styling is new. You can unlock and acquire different visuals for your skills. Now, at the moment, I believe there's 22. That doesn't mean it's not going to be more, but there's 22 at the moment. And that is to change the visuals of your skills. For example, Wall of Elements has a variant that makes it purple. The Meteor has a variation which allows it to be bright orange, so it actually looks like fire coming down from the fucking sky. Beast Trap can go orange, Mage Light can go green. There's 22 in total. There's lots of different things you can do with them. But that can then, obviously for fashion's sake, make your character look ultra mega, or you could just make loads of cool effects. There is a new trial, which is a 12-player trial, and the people testing it on the day got their asses handed to them on a plate with their own face on it. That was fucking hilarious, but bear in mind that was in a different build at the time. It was much older, so there's obviously things changed since then. When we tested the skills, the numbers were irrelevant because they were just placeholders to make sure the skill functioned. Now we might see some kind of base level stuff that will be adjusted along the way. So don't take anything as gospel at the moment, but definitely have fun with it. The 12-player trial is Lucent Citadel, if you didn't hear that already. And there's loads of shattered stuff, and there's some crazy fucking mechanics, and there's loads of stuff that will kill you even on normal. So have fun. Unique body and face markings. New mount. You'll probably be able to see that straight away because you normally can on the PTS. Several titles and housing items. So those of you that claim that fashion isn't endgame, you've been proved wrong yet again, because look, you can make your house look cool, you can put on cool titles, you can show off how pretty you look on your new mount and use it on Trample, and then you can put some body tattoos on, which is fashion. So there. Hard modes for each of the boss encounters. They can be activated in any order to facilitate testing. This is strictly for testing purposes on PTS and will not be the case when Gold Road goes live. It will follow the normal rules, basically. Previous trials that have had hard modes on them are quite simple. You activate the first one. If you successfully complete it, you can do the next one, and so on and so forth. So you can't do the last hard mode without doing the other ones first. On PTS only, you can activate any of them in any order. So it's up to you. That's just for that. Now we're going to get to the spicy stuff where people are going to start shitting the bed. Will ink be something that can be sold to other players? We just got the answer from Finn for that one. It's player testable. We'll have to find out. All I care about is the Warden, Necromancer, and Templar rework. We'll get there. One thing at a time. If that's all you care about, turn off the stream until I get there and then come back. No one's going to tell you that I'm on it, though. Oh, you're on Twitch too? Okay, bye, YouTube. Yeah, I'm on both, dude. YouTube and Twitch at the same time, reading both chats. Can you make cosmetic skill changes on top of changing the skill? You mean the Grimoires themselves? No, they have their own unique things depending on how you build them. The skill styling is for skills that already exist. For now. Right, Overland. Cemetery of the Weald. You're going to hear me say some really fucked up words here when I'm going to try and describe or pronounce these words. Raise your hand if you own more than 30 houses in game. No. Weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage again. So that's heavy as fuck, like the Witch Knight one. And also adds 200% status effect chance while your health is above 50%. And adds 10% healing done while your health is 50% or less. So, if you had your status chance champion points and then status chance weapons and fuck tons of focus efforts, goodbye enemies. That is fucking madness. Bear in mind, obviously that's replacing a whole 5-piece bonus that could be a proc or could do damage or whatever. But then it elevates your choice of elemental types because it then makes them fire lots more oftener. Bear in mind, by the way, if that's a glyph, glyphs are 20% to start with, so that puts it up to 60 straight away. Then you've got your extra bonuses from your champion points, and then you've got other stuff involved. That can basically guarantee that your glyphs fire, depending on how you set yourself up, which is fucking insane. I mean, they'll always fire, but you can always guarantee the status effect. Use that with Infuse, you got it on tap. That's my Drew King replacement. Macabre Vintage, medium set. Weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage. 4 different stacks of that even, but one of them is stronger than the rest. When you kill a monster, they burst with blood magic, dealing 50% of their maximum health to enemies. That's got to be capped. Within 6 meters as bleed damage up to 24k bleed damage. This damage cannot critically strike. This effect can occur once every 0.5 seconds. You fucking what? That's slightly altered versus what I saw it as. That's pretty mad. I have tested this, but that's a little different to what it was in an internal one. That's a little dirty. You got to get the kills, obviously, but fucking hell. That plus a Zerblight. Boom. Imagine that. All the explosions go off while you're killing the enemy from a Zerblight, And then when it's dead, it goes bang again. That's fucking dirty. Alien Refuge, heavy. Is bleed DPS a status effect? Is bleed DPS a status? No. Bleed is an elemental type. It's damage type. The status effect from bleed is hemorrhage, which does damage over time and it can stack 3 times. And is also a physical type. So if you've got physical boost of damage, that will affect that too. Alien Refuge, heavy set. Stamina, health. Pretty straightforward there. Blocking an attack reduces your damage taken by 11% for 3 seconds. Yee, that's nasty. On top of all the other mitigation bonus that you may have, I mean, that can be pretty substantial. But bear in mind, mitigation effects are multiplicative. So that 11%, depending on how many different stacks of mitigation bonuses you've got, could end up being somewhere between sort of 7 and 9%, or maybe even lower, depending on what you've got. But that is still a big bonus nonetheless, because most of the bonuses you get are anywhere between 5 and 10, let alone having 11 at base. So that's pretty nuts. Especially when it comes to big one-shots and fucking McForearms. Just saying. Crafted sets. I need a drink. Hold on. That set would be better than Cinder. Not necessarily, because Cinder applies it in area of effect. You have to consider the complete effect, not just the bonus to one type of status. Cinder actually pops and hits all surrounding targets. You would have to have something that does equal to that as far as your setup is concerned for that to be a beneficial thing. Cinder is guaranteed. Anyway, we're not going to go too much over builds and all that kind of stuff because it's going to get confusing. Azure, like, occult, yummy. Okay. It's going to be pretty nuts. Crit chance. While in combat, each second you stand still grants you a stack of Sentinel's Eye every 1 second, up to 10 stacks. Each stack increases your critical chance by 468. Each second you move removes half of your stacks, rounded up. Exit and combat removes all stacks. Using charge and teleport abilities do not remove the stacks. So standing still instead of going left, right, gives you crit bonuses. That will go up to 4k. Well, 4.6. Bear in mind, crit chance is 1% every 219. So I will not be doing build advice on stream. No, I won't. Because that's impossible. I've got 40 pages to go through. Also, I can't scale that to individuals. That's what Patreon's for. But you do what you want. PTS will be available soon, so you can try stuff out. So yeah, stand still, get loads of crit chance. Run around, don't get fuck all. That's actually a very high crit bonus as well. That's the highest bonus you can get for any 5-piece set. Outside of mechanical acuity, which is proc-based anyway with a really awkward timer. Lazy Sork, crit chance is going to be massive. That would only be if I applied it to Lazy Sork. Imagine if I didn't. Tharaka's Strike. Weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage, weapon and spell damage. Dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack grants you major berserk for 4 seconds, increasing your damage on by 10%. This effect can occur once every second. That is actually pretty nuts if you don't have major berserk on tap in your group. Because again, it's a 10% increase to all damage. So, I mean, we've got other sets that give you stuff like that, but just applying it from a heavy attack and being so front heavy on weapon and spell damage is actually quite nice. It's a little samey when it comes to a buff on a DPS set, but again, the way you apply it is actually quite cool. So, we'll see where that goes. Threads of War, Stamina, Weapon and Spell Damage, and Magicka. Your light and fully charged heavy attacks gain 100% status effect chance. The status effect is based on the damage type of your weapon. Your light and heavies apply their status. That is something that doesn't actually exist in the game at the moment. If you do a light or a heavy attack, you cannot get a status effect from it. You can from your glyph, you can from your sets, you can't from basic attacks. That allows your lights and heavies to be guaranteed status. So, Blood Moon, Monokiller, spam light attacks. I'm just saying. That's fucking mental. That's it's stupid actually. So we'll see. We've got to test the shit out of all this stuff anyway. Mora's Scribe Thesis, the trial stuff. So light armor is crit chance. Minor Slayer at all times, increasing your damage to dungeons, trials, arenas, and monsters, etc. Maximum Magicka. Perfected gives an extra crit bonus, which is 3% crit. That's because 219 is 1%. Stick light attacks, bro. Right? Guaranteeing a status effect. You imagine fucking a lightning staff? Just spamming light attacks like fuck. Constant concussion. It's disgusting. Increase your critical Do you know how easy that would be? Outside the Arcanist, obviously, or outside of other builds. The Arcanist has Brittle easily with a skill that lasts 20 seconds. But now all you need to do is a light attack or a heavy attack with an ice staff while your Wall of Elements is down. Well, you don't even need Wall of Elements, actually. You don't need anything. You just need to light attack because you're guaranteed chilled with an ice staff, which is Brittle. So basically, to do Brittle with that set, all you need to do is light attack. Just once. That's interesting. Okay, moving on. Increase your critical chance by 128 for every major buff active on you, up to 1536. Increase your critical damage by 1% for every minor buff you have on you, up to 12%. So, if you were actually wearing the One Ring, that by default would be quite heavy. That's quite nasty. Knockout. Exactly. Slivers. I read it as silvers for a second. Slivers of the Null Ochre. Medium set. Crit chance. Minor Slayer. Crit chance again. So, very much like Reliquin. Weapon and spell damage. And dealing critical damage gives you a stack of Sliver for 10 seconds. You can only gain one stack of Sliver every 0.5 seconds. When you gain your third stack, the stacks are consumed and the crystals launch at the last enemy you damaged. That's going to be quite tricky if you're using a damage over time skill that ticks every 1 second and every enemy gets hit the same. So you'll have to test that. Dealing 3k physical damage. This damage scales off of your weapon and spell damage. Once you launch the crystals, you cannot do another one for 5 seconds. So you can make it fire every 1.5 with a 5-second gap, which is what, 3.5? So 3.5 second cooldown. That's actually pretty quick, to be fair. That's not terrible. But how that would apply, fuck knows. Because if it's the last enemy hit, that might get a bit awkward if all your skills fire at the same time. Single target, though, that'd be fucking nuts. Max Magic, Minor Aegis, Mag Recovery, Perfected gives you an extra 1k Max Magicka, and increases your maximum Magicka and Stamina by 1667 for you and up to 11 group members within 28 meters of you. This persists through death. So, resource version of Eben, basically. That plus Eben gives everyone 1k of everything. Well, that's a bit more than that, 1.6. Ross, thank you very much. Lucent Echoes, heavy set. Tanky. Healing done, or healing received even. That's still called healing taken now, but if you're old school, that's healing received. Same fucking thing. Minor Aegis, max health. Max health again if you have perfected. While you have more than 50% health, increase your critical damage and healing of your group members by 11%. Group members wearing Lucent Echo cannot benefit from this effect. While you have 50% or less health, reduce your damage taken by monsters by 20%. Fucking hell. Oh! Waggly Aphid, thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciate bit and cake in the chat. Imagine having a really chunky tank and going, we can't heal him because we've got shit heals. Don't worry, I've got this, so your healing has gone up for the whole fucking group. Look at this. Increases critical damage and healing of your group members by 11%. You need to stay above 50% health. So if you are chunker and you won't fucking go down, you are buffing the group.
I love weddings. Drinks all around.
Who knew? Who knew that would ever be a thing and make sense? I'm just saying, I can hear cackling. Group members wearing it do not benefit from it. So if someone else is doing it, obviously they don't get the same because they don't want it to double stack. But while you have less than 50% health, you reduce the damage taken by 20%. So if you go really low, you won't fucking die. And then if you stay really high and be the almost immortal warrior and won't fucking die, everyone gets buffed. I loves it. I need it. It's fucking nuts. We can test the shit out of that too. But I like how they've worded this. Be very careful how you read this shit, right? Taken from monsters. So I know one person in the back there is going, 20% reduction if I'm low health in PvP. I'll be the strongest warden ever because my heals are really strong at low health and I can kind of piss people up. Nope. Only for monsters. New to ESO, what's going on? Update 42, patch note reading for the new update coming in June or July or whenever, in a couple of months. New mythics, here we go. Rorken Steam Guards. Is that you say that? You say Rorken? Rorken? Activating block. What? I did see this. They have changed it? Oh, no, they haven't. Activating block while in combat grants you Steam Guardian for 0.5 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 99%. once. And then after 10 seconds, you can do it again. Blocking an attack while it is active reduces its cooldown by 5%. 5 seconds even. So, while blocking, grants you steam for 0.5 seconds, reducing the damage taken. Yeah, so basically, if you fire this and you still take damage during that time, it halves the cooldown. So, if you were to not hold block all the time and deliberately kind of quickly put your block up as you get hit and let go again, quickly put your block up and let go again, you can fucking trigger it like shit. Mix that, I'm sorry, Finn, mix that with Glory, you're never getting hit for shit. Yeah, the Maelstrom set. Timing is key then? Yes, it is. Timing is key. That's your Dark Souls set. Once every 10 seconds though. Yes, but block an attack while it's active reduces the cooldown by 5 seconds. So if you were perfect at doing so and you got hit by a couple of attacks at the same time during this short period of time, you could just ping and ping and ping and ping and ping. Just update my PTS. Thanks for streaming. Can't wait till the server's back up now. It will be at some point, but it's delayed at the moment. It's fucking nuts. PvP ulti block. Yeah, basically you could do that. Shadow of Queen's Cowl, so a light helmet. A light helmet. Okay. While crouched, you can see witness and guards through walls. Success. This is perfect for Thieves Guild at the moment, although rip. PTS is now up. Perfect. Successfully pickpocketing a witness or guard applies distracted to them. Distracted. For 10 seconds. Stunning your target. Decreases your detection radius in stealth by 30 meters against... Okay, so the ninja build that you may already know might be trying that. So no one's ever going to fucking catch you, basically. The helmet for the ninja build. I literally just said it, Greg. It's almost like you're saying my stuff. While in combat, you gain 1 of 5 random major buffs, which changes every 10 seconds. Enemies within 12 meters of you gain 1 of 5 minor debuffs, depending on which buff you have. The available buffs include Major Berserk, Minor Maim, Major Resolve, Minor Breach, Major Force, Minor Brittle, Major Evasion, Minor Vulnerability, Major Courage, Minor Cowardice. So you just have the thing on and just constantly proc buffs and debuffs. It's fucking dirty. For you thieves out there, right? Why rip Thieves Guild? I missed a lot, sorry. Because Thieves Guild has currently got an event going on, and this won't be live for a couple of months. Or a bit more than that, a bit less than that even. Antiquities. In addition to the 3 new Mythic items, Miramore Music Box and Alien Blacksmith Station can also be discovered through Antiquities. Fucking bangin'. Mounts, we've got the Miramore Steed obtained by Not Worthy Achievement. We've got a Tiger Lynx, which is obtained by another achievement. We're not going to go too much into this because, I mean, they're going to have limited relevance at the moment if we don't know what all that stuff means. But there's a new Wasp. You can fucking keep that. You can keep that. I'm not getting it. I hate Wasps. Fuck them. New outfits, new emotes, True Sight Lens even. Mementos, new skin. Again, the reason I'm not going to go through these too much is because I can't see that right now. They're just words. Face and body markings. 3 new dies. New Tales of Tribute deck. So that's how... Oh, we've also got 2 new homes as well. We'll read this real quick. Added a new Tribute Patron deck to earn during your adventures through Westweald. Saint Alessia brings an army to the table and rewards smart tactical choices that lead to strategic victory. So those card players out there, where's J-Heart? You got to get the new stuff now. You'll unlock fragments of Saint Alessia Patron deck by completing a wide range of activities, but remember that in order to unlock the ability to play Tales of Tribute and your new deck, you'll need access to the High Isle chapter. You will. Sets are really good. Dude, the sets are fucking nuts. We're going to have to test them, though, because on paper they look cool as fuck, but we never know the outcome until we've actually tried. 3 new... Oh, no, there's 2. It says 2 there. Looks like 3. It's not 3. Apparently, it's 2 new homes. Wait. The Zone of the Westweald welcomes its new visitors with options to earn 2 new homes. Ooh, Daedric Trickery Mythic, which stacks. Not a Jedi, which stacks. So we'll have to look at those. I'm not going to go too much into detail with the actual houses because, again, we can't see them. But one of them is purchasable for 1.3 million gold. New furnishings, 101 new furnishings, 7 new plans from the World Event, 10 new achievement furnishings, 13 new antiquity findings, 10 new paintings, 20 stealable furnishings, 21 new home goods furnishings that can be purchased, 4 new tapestries, and 12 new skill scribing furnishers, which can be acquired by completing quests and purchasing from Carl in Scholarium. Oh dear. Right. New titles. They're cool, but we don't know what we can read what they're from, but that's going to be progress through quest lines and the Citadel and all that kind of stuff. HDR support. It's an update with added support on HDR on PC. In order to use HDR, you must have an HDR supported monitor. Enable Windows HDR in the Windows HDR color settings. That is going to be fucking mental. For those of you that haven't played it on console, you're going to fucking love that. After launching the game, you can go video settings and enable your HDR. So that, screenshot that real quick. Now you know. We're finally going to get our list of furnishings in the game so we can know what we're missing. Lizzie, you'll have to be patient and let me get to the stuff and things. If it's there, I'll read it. If it's not, then no. Unless I missed it. If Windows HDR is enabled or disabled while running the game, you will need to restart. So same as anything else, if you change any graphical settings, you need to refresh your game. Once enabled, HDR can be used for your Windows mode, full screen, borderless, and windowed, and move between monitors. If the game window is moved from HDR-enabled monitor to another one that doesn't support it, then automatically it will be disabled. This is, I don't need to go any further than that because we know what that is, or most people know what that is, but basically, ESO looks pretty on PC, very pretty, depending on your setup and depending on how expensive it is. But the HDR setting is something that we haven't really been able to take proper advantage of, obviously, with this game, except on console. That is fucking bonkers. You're going to love it. On console, it's vibrant as fuck, to say the least. So that's going to be cool. Character resolution. Building off of min specs changes in Update 41, we have made additional adjustments to how the game handles resolution of characters, both NPC and other remote players that appear near you. As has always been the case, characters that are closer to you will appear with the highest resolution we offer, and as they move further away, the resolution will decrease. That said, we have increased the distance before the resolution drops, so you now will be able to see high-resolution characters further away. Depending on your settings, don't crank it up to 11 if it can only manage 2. Additionally, the max number of characters that show at the highest resolution was previously capped at a low number. We have added new graphics setting on PC, character resolution, which allows you to control the preset for a number of high-resolution characters. And you've also got several settings depending on your quality of machine. Hello, Design Ninja. Zach, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We made a number of interface and system improvements to the mail. All changes outlined below apply to both keyboard and mouse and gamepad interfaces. Mail now automatically is sorted into 3 categories. Player mail, system mail, so messages received from various non-player sources that include item attachments, as well as any mails received from customer support, and system alerts, which are messages received from various non-player sources that are informational only and not include attachments. So this will be like hirelings and rewards from the mail and all that kind of stuff for leaderboards and shit. Thank you, Mike. PTS server is back online. Yes, it is. Player mail is now sorted based on expiration, with the most recent received message displayed at the top. System mail and system alerts are sorted based on expiration, with the soonest to expire message displayed at the top. Main headers now display the icon for the first attachment. Inventory space display. The mail screen now displays how many inventory slots are available on the current character. Because that's fucking annoying normally, actually, when you're trying to take something out of the box and you don't know how much you've got left, and it says, you can't do this. Delete after claim option. So quality of life buttons there. Take all function. This button claims all attachments from all mails currently visible in the current active category, player or system. Mail is processed based on currently sorted order and starts with the mail soonest to expire. So you'll be able to just yoink the whole fucking lot rather than going one and another and another and another and another. Cash on demand player mails and customer support mails are not affected by take all, obviously, because they would be subjective to their own messages. They'd be individuals. Take all my mail. Yeah, indeed. How you doing, Devils? Welcome to the stream. Also, I can see Power Creep in the chat. Welcome. Note the delete after claim option is enabled will apply to every system mail affected by take all after the attachments are claimed. So if you do nuke all the inventory and you take all the stuff and things, you can delete all the messages at once. Upon logging in, you will now receive a notification if you received a mail that includes an attachment. If you received an attached mails with attached, let me read that again. You have mails with attached that are about to expire, or if you receive a hireling correspondence mail. Who was that? Someone just gifted some memberships. You're a legend, dude. Thank you very, very much indeed. Massively appreciate it. Beer and Cake in the chat. Also, DJ, thank you for the listen. Simo, you were gifted a membership on YouTube. What a legend from Zach. Detailed mails with attachments. You can now delete a mail that is still has an unclaimed attachment. A confirmation dialogue will appear to ensure that this is an intended action. So if you've got loads of junk in your mail and you can't be fucked to keep taking it and trying to resell it, blah, 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 you just delete the fucking thing. Off the bed, have a good one. Tony, thank you very much for watching. Massively appreciate it. Bit and cake in the chat for anyone who went to leave the stream. Mail messages received from hirelings associated with various crafting disciplines will now be automatically recorded in a new section of the lore library called Hireling Correspondence. Crafters, listen. Hireling Correspondence is sorted by crafting discipline and the order the mails were received in. Hireling Correspondence is character-specific and entries into the lore library occur at the moment your character receives a hireling mail, not when it is opened. Any hireling, thank you for the follow. Any hireling mails a character receives prior to this update have been retroactively added to the character's hireling correspondence. So you've already got some shit. Valerian, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You love that? It's pretty good. Nice quality of life. Yeah, not bad at all. Do you remember when you had to get a mail and you had to go from one zone to another? Not one way shrine to another. One zone to another to allow it to kind of catch up. And sometimes it had to log out and log fucking back in again. That was a real thing. Mail expiration changes. As for part of our continuing efforts to improve server performance and stability, we've reduced the expiration times on certain types of mail. Excuse me. These changes only affect mails that are going forward, and expiration times of mails you receive prior to this update have not changed, so previous stuff is fine. Erwin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nathan, also welcome. Small number of information-only system mails that were previously set to never expire now have an expiration timer. Below the updated expiration timers. So we've got informational stuff for 7 days. Hireling is 7 days. Activity Finder, rewards, 7 days. Rewards that are worthy, 7 days. Guild trader purchases, guild trader returns and sales. Weekly leaderboards, these ones are actually 14 apiece. And promotional rewards such as Twitch drops 14 days to a maximum of 180 days. So if you did get something from Twitch, but you didn't play on your fucking game, don't worry, it'll still be there. Unless you stop playing for nearly half a year. Mails will reward with rewards generated by direct purchases made outside of the game, such as chapters and newcomer packs, will continue to never expire. That's actually pretty good. As a reminder, who did the thing? Ooh, Tango did it as well.
I need a champion, and you've
Let's go, Tango.
the
Thank you very
job.
much for the YouTube membership. You have emotes and shit. Throw them in the chat. Thank you very much indeed. Guild Trader Mail includes item purchase, items sold, kiosk, bids, etc. Guild Finder list expire.
I love winnings. Drinks all
Hang on.
around.
As a reminder, the expiration timer for most of the mail types does not initiate until the mail is received from the character that is logged in. Okay, so that's maintenance for the guild finder type thing, when you are allowed to accept or decline invitations and listings, because your guild fucking finder goes down like every 30 days at the moment, which is a pain in the ass. Customer service mails. I only ever had like 2 of those. New environmental sustainability features. So this is going to be performance-based stuff, isn't it? ESO is joining the Xbox initiative, making steps towards a more sustainable gaming future. Our mission as part of the Xbox, our Team Xbox, is to bring the joint community of gaming to everyone, but it is crucial we do so while taking care of our planet. We are working to reduce our environmental impact and creating opportunities for gamers to reduce their environmental impact while gaming. To do so, we have added the features below to ESO. For more information on environmental sustainability efforts at Xbox, visit this page. So there's a link there if you want it. Go to the forums, go to patch notes of PTS, and then you can click that link. Or one of the mods will grab it, but it's there anyway. Reduced GPU use during player inactivity. So the short version, it will lower things drain-wise if you are inactive. Screen dimming as well. You might have that on your TVs and stuff anyway. I think the PlayStation already has that. But that will basically calm things the fuck down if you're not doing anything, and reduce GPU use in contextual menus. So if you're not doing something really, really fucking stressful, it will cool the shit down. I don't mean as in temperature-wise. I mean I'll just stop putting so much load on it. Healing immunity. Oh, I knew about this. You ready? We've got past the technical stuff. There are actual details for how much it reduces it by, but you get the idea. If you're inactive or if you're using something that's less stressful, it'll be less load on your stuff and things, and you won't be kind of killing everyone and making rabbits extinct. Healing immunity on health bars. Ah. We've added, get ready for this, people. If you're not listening, put up a chair. Listen. We've added a new state to health bars for healing immunity, which will display on a target that is immune to your heals. For example, with the Ring of the Pale Order, I'm waiting for the chat to go fucking nuts here. Other players will see you as healing immune. But since you can heal yourself, your own health bar will display normally. Group frames and nameplate health bars will now also display absorb shields, healing absorbs or trauma, and healing immunity. So, when Mr. Pale Order walks into the room and goes, yeah, Finn's already there. You didn't fucking heal me. Excuse me. I can see your health bar. You're an idiot. You're wearing that fucking ring again. What are you doing? Get out. Think about your life choices. We can now shame appropriately. You can. You can shout, get good, you're wearing Ring of the Pale Order. Ring of the Pale Order is such a trolley, such a trial trolley ring. Not anymore. Not anymore. If someone wants to sit there in the back and go, I'm going to troll the healer. Nope. We saw you coming. You, before we get in the trial, take the fucking ring off. True. Shame. New achievement. In addition to the new achievements found in the Gold Road chapter, we've also added several new achievements listed below, including some special 10-year anniversary ones. Got hiccups. Excuse me. There's a new set of achievements that are awarded for an account's rank in a given skill line. Weapon skill lines, which can be found under the character achievements section. Check for weapon skill lines at ranks 25 to 50. So one-hander, two-hander, shield, dual wield, bow, destruction staff, resto staff. Mages and Fighters Guild found under the guild achievements section for at least rank 5. Assault and support skill lines found under the alliance and war section, both at least rank 5. So for actually having your maxed out skills, you get achievements. That's actually pretty cool. There's also a new achievement that is rewarded for completing a decade's worth of Tamriel main storylines. Fuck. I haven't. I'll be perfectly honest. I've been doing too much fucking stuff as far as content is concerned for the purpose of delivery and entertainment that I am way behind on the fucking stories. I had everything done at one point. Absolutely everything. And now I'm like fucking 3 chapters behind on my main character. There's also an achievement that is awarded for completing. I read that one already. Becoming a hero of Alderney Dominion, Daggerfall Covenant, and Ebonheart Pact, as well as triumphing against Moloch Bowl, Cold Harbour, Craglaunt, Hrothgar, Hughesbane, Gold Coast, Vardenfell, Clockwork City, Somerset, Murkmire, Northern and Southern elsewhere, Western Skyrim, The Reach. That's where I am. As far as story is concerned, I've got these achievements already. These I have not, obviously I haven't done Gold Road, but these are not completely finished on my main character. Fucking rip. I'm gonna have to do them now. You're gonna have to watch me do quests all stream now. Tough shit. It's gotta be done. I don't make the rules. Sos does. They said you need to do all the quests on stream, otherwise you can't have nice things. So what can you do? Blame them, not me. These achievements and the components will automatically be rewarded for those that already have accomplished the appropriate feats. That's pretty fucking cool. Not bad. This also encourages you to get all your weapon skills unlocked and maxed on your character, rather than just using what you currently use. During a PTS cycle, again, I have 2 templates to utilize. One is a standard level 53,600 champion point template, focused around the new story content, and will start you in the Westworld. It will also contain new gear sets, mythics that you can play around with. The other one is Scribing-centric template, which will start you off in the Scholarium, and you'll have full access to Scribing. You can just start making stuff right away. Additionally, both templates will have 1 million Archival Fortunes for testing purposes. You think that's something good, don't you? Finn's like, yeah, you get 1 million to test. Dude, I got 1 million on live. We need more Archival Fortunes on the test server. That's me being ungrateful. Known issues. Antiquarian's Folio of Leads does not currently grant Westworld antiquity leads when in the Westworld. Okay, fine. Now we get the gaming and combat shit. Man, this is a big update to download. Yes. Overland is new endgame. Endgame is what you make it. Since the game is horizontal as fuck anyway, there is no end. Right. Known issues. So I'm not going to go over this, but this shit here, this is the stuff you don't need to report. So if it says known issues, and you go, hey, Vault's movement portion may oftentimes not properly do stuff, you're just going to get, we know. They know this shit. But the other stuff's different. Follow achievements do not currently work. Who is that? Did they up overland difficulty? No. Who did a rip dance? Broski, thank you very much. You cannot currently interact with a cook and fire at the single outpost. Several weapons that appear in a Westworld environment cannot be taken. Are there any really important ones here? Trample. Trample may look very strange when going through areas with terrain differences. Okay, fine. So I don't need to report, hey, this looks funky. Here it comes. Overland isn't for difficulty, it's for story. If you want difficult, do difficult content. Correct. It is designed to be accessible for all, and the skill level from the least experienced to the most experienced is so fucking vast. Like, there's a fucking huge difference. Massively. They're not just going to change it because one person says, I want it to be more difficult. So you'll have to do that stuff if you want more difficulty. And what do we got? Health bars. It's a UI known bug. Health bars, Ring of the Pale Order, Blood Frenzy, and its morphs do not currently properly display as an immune healing, and the ability's functionality should be fine. This is just a UI issue with this new feature. Okay, so we've got some issues there to underline. We know about the Ring of the Pale Order stuff is new, but it is broken. Good start. Play since the beginning. Awesome. Good to know. Combat and gameplay. Greetings! The big chapter of the year is upon us, and is quite exciting with the addition of scribing. I can read words proper. Due to this large feature, as well as following suit of previous years, this update will be on the lighter end in terms of actual combat adjustments to existing gameplay. Much of the team has been incredibly hard at work, making sure scribing hits the ground running, and that we have more time to iterate on ability values and bugs during the PTS cycle. You might notice that this particular PTS is a bit earlier than usual. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So if they add too much combat changes, that's going to cross over with the new stuff, and then everything's going to be a fucking mess. Because bear in mind, while they're new, and they have new effects, and they have their different individual rules to them, they also do follow certain standardizations for other skills in the game, and if you fuck one up, you fuck everything up. So you have to be careful. Just mind them at this point. Glad you agree. I don't agree with you. That's putting words in my mouth. But anyway, carry on. This is what happens when you do PTS patch readings. People come in to try and take the stage because they know people are listening. Hi, we can see you. I don't see any cheerleaders yet, though, so I'm sure they're coming soon. So they still haven't fixed a weird glitch that makes my health bar go to 0 when I get hit by things. No, that hasn't been fixed, Unforgiven Carpet. I'm afraid if you do hit 0 health, you will still die. Wait for the next patch for that one. Anyway, for the live combat experience, expect to see mainly bug fixes and iterative work with a small handful of target balance changes for some outliers. So there's still some stuff. As for some of the more impactful changes coming, we have a very small number of class changes aimed at helping with some issues we've seen long-term feedback on. Templars may be delighted to hear that they now have access to some crowd control in their kit with the addition of an immobilization to Blazing Spear. Templars with a fucking immobilize outside of the opposite Living Dark morph, which is only single target anyway, and they have to hit you first, which is funky. Hopefully assisting with their tanking and jab capabilities. Dark Shades for the Nightblade will now always deal area effect damage to help the glass... the class gain... I didn't say Nightblades with glass cannons. Some more impactful cleave damage and debuff application for tanking. Wardens may find some more value to their betting edge outside of PvP. What do you mean? It's good. Recovery bonus and cleanse on tap, and it's free. All right, change it then. Where it will now grant a small increase to your damage done for a short duration if it fails to remove a negative effect. Ooh. Finally, Necromancers have regained some raw power back in their tethers as they've fallen into decay over the last year or so. Outside of the classes, we also have a small handful of changes to those who howl at the moon. So that's DJ. It's not really. She's a vampire, not a werewolf, but she howls anyway. She does. Have you seen her Argonian? It's called Howls with Leather. Given some good head pats to those werewolves out there, generally speaking, they've fallen far enough behind the pack in many aspects of the game, so we're going through some of their abilities to add meaningful buffs. My music's gone. How dare you? Stupid thing. As if. Where did I get to? Buffs, while also trying to do a better job to represent their existing playstyles for them. This includes those pack leaders out there who prefer to protect their pack instead, with some changes to morphs of raw to differentiate playstyles between damage dealers and tanks or disruptors. Ooh. Kess, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You are impressed. Nice. The shards change is awesome. Yeah, that's fucking nuts. Ferocious Roar will focus on enabling the more traditional bloodthirsty playstyle, terrifying foes so much they'll take bonus damage from Piercing Howl, while Deafening Roar will focus on helping out those who wish to control enemies which drops all offensive bonuses for defensive ones by granting major protection while slotted. The fuck? Also, as well as causing all of their heavy attacks to taunt enemy. Right, I'm just going to put this out there. I have video footage and audio of Finn once upon a time saying, we didn't design werewolves to be tanks. We want them to be more aggressive and DPS-y. That was a long time ago. Remember when I said the words you have to announce, kind of consider never say never? This is why they don't answer things with absolutes, because look what they just did. They just added major protection and a fucking taunt to a werewolf. An actual werewolf. No set required. Fuck. It wasn't an absolute. See? Just like I said, they can't say absolutes because you never fucking know. Need a mythic Juffy tank? That's disgusting. Please tell me we can transform into the behemoth now. It was like, we designed it this. Oh, I know. The more its list goes on, the more I'm hyped for this update. That about covers the high-level view of this update. We're very much looking forward to your feedback, both from combat adjustments and also the ever-exciting scribing feature. Stay safe out there. Happy 10-year anniversary ESO. I made up the word anniversary. It's not even in that sentence. Happy 10 years of ESO, and we hope to see you in Tamriel. But we're going to keep going because we've got more stuff to read. That's fucking nuts. Werewolf tanks got buffed, honestly, but got to wear Tormentor now. No. Werewolf tanks didn't get buffed. Werewolf tanks can now be a thing because you have the ability to control, to defend, and to taunt. Werewolves, as it stood at the moment, could just put on one magical set and apply a taunt. They couldn't control shit, and they didn't really have all the defenses. Now it's intended as a skill set that you can do it. That's fucking mad. People tried to jig certain things here and there to make it so that you could aggro stuff. They couldn't legitimately like full-on tank all proper content because you had no control apart from a taunt. They could still run away. You had no pull. You had none of that shit. Unless you used Rush of Agony, which is really, really tricky if you're a werewolf with no root or anything. Werewolf tank sounds cool. We'll see. Right, combat abilities and shit. Werewolf healers then. You're never happy, are you? Typical Jedi. Combat abilities. Fix an issue where many movement-oriented abilities, such as Mistform, could have their animations broken by roll dodging at the frame of activation. Roll dodge will now be displayed temporarily while you are actively being moved from one of these abilities. Okay, fine. Fix an issue where channeled heavy attack animations would break and lock you in an animation if you hit escape during their channel. Now you can actually escape. Fix an issue where some player abilities were not properly respecting line of sight checks. This includes the following: Blessing and Protection, Fungal Growth, and Obsidian Shield. Imagine getting damage shields for a wall. Oops. Hello, mate. Anything that stands out so far? Yes, we're halfway through. Fix an issue where knockback effects could desync their impacted targets for remote clients if the attack that applied the knockback also killed those targets. This is mainly notable in places such as Sunspire, where many attacks like Wing Thrash could kill a group member and cause them to appear in a different position than they actually were, rendering them difficult to target with a Soul Gem Resurrection. So, kind of like when you try to loot stuff and it says this is too far away, even though it's not, that kind of shit. Werewolf DPS when? Are you talking about builds? I already have one on the channel. Toxicity's got a werewolf variant. Put Toxic in the chat. Right. Arcanist, Herald of the Time. Abyssal Impact. Flail. It's such a funny word. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that properly. I don't want anyone to put it in the chat like I'm 5 because I'm going to read it the same anyway. That is part and parcel of the stream. Enjoy the fact that that was all fucked up. This morph now ranks up in 1.1% healing per rank, resulting in a 3.3% healing at rank 4, rather than reducing its cost per rank, as the morph upgrade does not interact with cost at all and was offering too many unique advantages. I mean, it's still pretty good, but okay, fair enough. That's a minor adjustment. Ardent Flame, Fiery Grip, Chains of Devastation, the Berserk one. Fixed an issue, was it Empower? They give you Empower. They change it all the time. Fixed an issue where this morph could sometimes cause your character to face the wrong direction after using it. Oh, so don't worry. DKs have been completely nerfed. Now they face the right way. Damn it. Gravelord. Shock and Siphon. Increase the damage per tick of this ability in its morphs by 33%, so they are closer to stationary damage over time effects rather than being treated as sticky over time effects. So, I mean, you do still need to apply skill to make sure they aim in the right place, unless it's straight under the target, because obviously that part does, but, I mean, it's been boosted. Restore and Tether increase the healing per tick of this ability in its morphs by 14%, so they are closer to stationary heal over time effects rather than being treated as halfway between stationary and sticky over time effects. So both beams have been boosted in their effectiveness. Made a joke last night about Arcanist getting nerfs, just a joke, and said Flail needed more healing. Yeah, you definitely called it. It was all your idea. Doomsayers rejoice, right? Well, that's shit. We don't even use a beam. It's a waste of time. Shut up. Nightblade, Shadow, Summon Shade. Dark Shade. This morph Shade now only uses the area of effect attack rather than using it once every 5 seconds, and then swap into single target attack to help add more options for cleave damage in the class. So just fuck tons of AoE, basically. Also, I would imagine, as far as in the back end is concerned, that means you don't have to keep like double dipping on 2 different types of damage from the same source. Instead of like hit, single, AoE, single, AoE, it just goes AoE, and that'd be much easier to manage. So I would imagine that's a performance side of things, as well as fluffing the pillows to make it feel like we've got more AoE, which we do, but still. Adjusted the visual effects to appear as Drain Power rather than Whirlwind to feel more appropriate for the Nightblade ability. Fair enough. So visually pleasing as well. Dark Magic. This passive now activates when you cast a Dark Magic ability with a cost, rather than when you hit an enemy directly with a directly applied Dark Magic ability. This was done to make the passive more reliable and easy to understand. So for those that don't understand that change, if you put mines on the ground, for example, you do get a heal if it pops, if someone stands in it, if you do damage with it. Now it's a case of you cast it and you benefit because it costs resources. 30 more weapons unlock until I get my staff 100%. You'll get it. RNGesus is a bitch, dude, but you will get it. The sticker book makes a big difference. You got stuck in a wall the other day in Fungal Grotto. Did you get out? Heading out for the night. No worries, Jack. Thank you for watching. Blazing Spear. This morph now causes the initial hit to immobilize enemies hit for 4 seconds. That is a fucking game changer. Imagine that. Imagine Lazy Tank being completely nuked. And one of the main designs for the build was to counter the fact that Templars didn't have an immobilization in area of effect. And now we have one. We'll have to wait a couple months for it, but still. Templar tanks have slowly been creeping into the scene as we've tried to find ways to empower their crusade. Don't you dare fucking blame me for that. But they're still lacking a definite and satisfying immobilized tool to help keep control of the battlefield, which is why I know people try to directly copy and then enhance the lazy tank, but they just made it worse. So what people were doing is they were using the Vatran thing where you pull stuff and it counts as a stun. They were using Dark Convergence, which was, again, pulling stuff in and then stunning them at a much longer timer. What I did is I used Rush of Agony, so you pull stuff in, which doesn't stun people. It's the only pull in the game that doesn't apply a hard CC. On top of that, I was using Time Stop. So Time Stop first, jump in, they get pulled, and then pop, they're stunned. And I effectively created a pull and immobilize scenario. Any other variant of that is a fail. That doesn't need to be a thing anymore. Because now we actually have a fucking immobilize. So that's unfortunate for you because you took away my constraints, so now I'm going to make it stronger. While it won't pack the raw supportive power of the ability like Dark Talons or Encase, we're hoping it still helps out the role while also creating more satisfying interplay with the Adric Spear skill line to empower their bread and butter puncturing strikes. Well, here's the thing. That's an Adric Spear skill. If you weren't already using one, you've now got the passes from that particular skill line. And that will give you free damage, it will give you mitigation bonuses, it will give you like minor protection and all that good stuff. Take away constraints is not going to make it stronger. That's what I do. Soul Burst with Dark Talent should be fun. It should be, but I mean, it depends on how you build it because there's lots of different ways to do that. There are 4,000 plus possibilities when it comes to the new skills. So that skill plus that depends on how you make it. Sun Shield, fix an issue where this ability and its most visual effect could fail to appear. Restore an aura, fix an issue where this ability and its most visual effects could fail to appear. I think that is almost redundant now. Repentance is great, but the area of effect without making any combat happen. Minor Magic still. Based on the changes to status effects over time, kind of enhancing their validity, if you like, has made it so that some skills that are built purposely just to do some of that, outside of their recovery bonus you get for being on the bar, are kind of less used because it's easier to acquire other ways. But who knows? We'll see where that goes. Animal Companions, Betty Netch. That did not need changing, but we'll read it. This ability in its morphs now also increase your damage done by 5% for 5 seconds if no negative effect was removed. Yogi just got buffed, as did Quiver. In order to help the Warden's damage production, without rocking the boat too much in PvP, where they're already pretty strong. Fair enough, because in PvP you're going to be cleansing more often. We're adding a conditional bonus that will mainly activate in PvE. Not necessarily, I mean, you can cleanse a lot of stuff. We are also trying to avoid more sources of damage to their damage-focused skill line, so we can slowly look at shifting damage out and of their tanking-focused skill lines. So, for Tempers, for example, you are going to benefit from that. You are going to get an increase to damage, but in the Infinite Archive, with that particular build, because it's built for it, that won't necessarily make too much of a difference unless you're on a boss. If you're on a boss, yeah, you'll probably get loads of damage because you won't be cleansing too much because most of the effects can't be cleansed. But if you're in the trash rounds, there's lots and lots of poison and bleed and all that kind of shit that you constantly do cleanse. So there, you wouldn't get that benefit. So for those places, that's quite good. It's a nice balance. When it comes to boss fights in Trials, Dungeons, Arenas, whatever, unless it's a cleansable effect, which is rare, that's going to be quite helpful for extra damage. But yeah, most of the time, you're probably not going to see the extra effect. In PvP, however, I mean, if someone is scared stiff of you and they don't hit you, I mean, they're going to fucking pay for it. Because that's going to hurt. I hope the devs don't change Warden too much and destroys Nature's Bounty. Okay, good. They won't. They just buffed it, basically. Bow. Rapid Fire. Fixed an issue where there's ultimate and a Toxic Barrage morph where visual effects could become stuck on a target even after the ability was cancelled. Fixed an issue where these two abilities also shot Phantom Arrow, dealing 10 instances of damage, despite only shooting 9 arrows maximum. The total damage per cast has remained relatively untouched. Some minor rounding may result in less than 1% changes. Or more than 1% changes. Even Toxic Barrage increase. Am I reading it right? Increase the damage over time effect to match the new damage per shot by 11%. Now it applies 1 less tick. Okay, so they upped the damage overall to allow for the 1 tick removed, so it's more. Okay, Soul Magic. Soul Trap. Fix an issue where this ability and its morphs would fail to fill a soul gem if the target died to the first tick of their application. So that has been a little funky because I've been using that a lot in Infinite Archive and I've got like 4 or 5 stacks of empty fucking soul gems. Awkward. Cannot wait for Gold Road release. No. Get ready for this. Werewolf Transformation. This ultimate and its morphs. Light and heavy attacks now deal bleed damage rather than physical. Makes perfect sense. If you have high status effects or chance, you can apply bleed guaranteed or on a high... you can apply hemorrhage even. And if you've got the new set, you're guaranteed to do it with the lights and heavies. These attacks now have a chance to apply their status effect, hemorrhage, with light attacks at 3%, partially charged heavy attacks are 5%, and fully charged are 10%. But bear in mind, if you were using the new set that guarantees it with lights and heavies, you can guarantee it anyway. Which would be quite nasty. Lacking a second ability bar, those with a beast within them have a harder time interacting with status effects and have fallen a bit further behind in damage production than we'd like. We're throwing them a bone by letting these... That's terrible. By letting these have a small passive chance to apply them, we'll making the build paths slightly more diverse with status effects, chance being a bit more enticing. This won't be a silver bullet to solve their damage defects, or deficits, but we don't like silver. Okay, fair enough. I was reading that. I half read it, and then there's a joke in there. You tried really hard with this one. Werewolves don't like silver. No, they don't. Roar. This ability and the Ferocious Roar morph now apply a unique debuff called Terrified to enemies they hit for 10 seconds. Terrified doesn't do anything outright other than place a tracking effect on the enemies to help werewolves mark their prey. Ooh. So you can lock onto someone basically and watch where they go, like kind of like the vampire one. Except it's a skill, not an ultimate. Deafening Roar. This morph now grants major protection while slotting, which is fucking stupid, rather than major prophecy and savagery. While slotted, it also causes your heavy attacks to taunt enemies for 15 seconds. Major protection on a fucking werewolf at the same time as guaranteed taunt from heavy attacks. What happened? I've never played this game. Is it too late to start? No, it's never too late to start. It's a horizontal plane. All the content is horizontal progression. You can play with anyone at any time, and all the stuff is relevant because you don't out-level the content. It's not, this is for level 10s only, this is for level 20s only, this is for 3,000. No, it's none of that shit. You do what you want when you want. Which is why everyone still plays older stuff, because it's not irrelevant to anyone. Get stuck in now, 100%. So, since I fixed the Tormentor, some werewolves would be barking up a storm at the loss of the way to pounce into a tank scene. Aha. We're adding some love back to the mix for a simple way to gain a taunt while simultaneously differentiating the morphs here further for those who wish to lead the pack versus those who want to go berserk. So you've got two clear options now, rather than just a slightly tougher werewolf and a slappy werewolf. You've got a slappy one and a tank one. So that should be fun, watching everyone go, oh, werewolves got buffed, not paying attention to their morphs, and taunting stuff in dungeons. Is it worth getting Necrom Edition? It's on sale right now. If you were to get that, you would, you'd have access to all the previous chapters and classes, yes, but we are very, very close to Gold Road also. So, I mean, if you got that version, you'd have all the previous stuff with it. So, it's up to you. You can either get Necrom now while it's on sale, which is worth it, obviously, it's fucking great. Get the Collector's one, the big one. Or you can get the Gold Road stuff, which is, again, you've got to get the right one. If you get the Collector's version, or the Is it the Collector's version? It will say in the description anyway. You can get all the previous stuff with it. So, choice is yours. But yeah, definitely get this stuff. Tales of Arcadium, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Pierce and Howl. This ability and its morphs no longer deal 10% bonus damage to enemies that are facing them. Instead, they deal 10% bonus damage to enemies that are terrified. So if you stack this buff here, which is Ferocious Roar, with Pierce and Howl, then if the effect is on them, you do more damage to them. So while they're marked, basically. Deluxe, it might be the Deluxe one, or whatever it's called. And it's worth 50 right now. It's going for 16.49. Okay, so with that in mind, yes. The short answer is yes, get it now. Howl of Agony. This morph now adds an additional 10% bonus damage to off-balance enemies, stacking up to 20% when they are terrified. Look, additive bonus to damage. Rather than dealing 25% damage to enemies that are facing you or feared. So, I mean, technically that's a little bit mixed up, so that will do a slightly less overall. But this one here then does a fuck ton more anyway, so, I mean, you're going to hit quite hard if you're taking advantage of the bonuses and kind of lining them up in order. The morph now also ranks up with cost reduction rather than ranking up with bonus damage effect. Howl of Despair extended the duration of the buffs granted by Feed and Frenzy to 20 seconds up from 10. That's actually helpful because if you're taking synergies and shit, they're 20 seconds anyway. We've heard that howling from werewolf players that have been struggling to engage with these abilities' bonus effects, so we're changing things up to allow more interaction in PvE and PvP playstyles, while simultaneously adding more reasons to use all your werewolf abilities or work together with other werewolves to set the pack up for success. The puns, yeah, they're there. You can blame Gina for that, I think. Assault skill line, Siege Shield, please don't break this. Propelling Shield, this ability now only affects abilities that have a range of 28 meters or higher. That should have done that anyway. To ensure it behaves closer to the Reach passive and Battle Spirit, as well as ensuring it does not affect abilities that should not. So, if you're using the Ballista build, this is unaffected. If you're using something that is taking advantage of things that shouldn't be doing that, then it's a different story entirely. But that's further fixing what it should be doing. You can get 52 meters on Lethal Arrow with that, if you're near a keep. Itemized sets and... Oh, sorry, itemization and item sets. Gradual Ravish Health, fix an issue where the potions made from these traits could trigger many other events, such as item sets. Yeah, because procs aren't supposed to proc procs, and potions and poisons only fire off of their respective sets if they are using that as a rule. The puns are great. She's giggling like fuck now, going, Llama thought it was funny. Oh, don't encourage it. Cold Harbor's favorite, fix an issue. It's actually quite funny because you're sitting there reading it all serious, and then they have a joke in there, so it kind of breaks it up a bit. Release a new DLC, will the Arcanist class be in the Crown Store? It should be if it's following the same rules as all the previous ones. Fix an issue where honor would often spawn in dead. rather than living long enough to do their job and then die. Thankfully, honor can never truly die. McColden, summoned a sword from this set, no longer has a second sword appearing on the ground. Yeah, because that was fucky. I think in the last one that was fucked too. Hagraven's Garden. Fixed an issue where this set could sometimes activate in situations it should not. Rush of Agony. This set now has an 800 millisecond delay before attempting to pull targets to increase the amount of reaction time enemies have before they are yanked. That's fine. People still aren't going to be quick enough anyway. The pull now properly interacts with a projectile with a minimum travel time of 200 milliseconds and animates the pull appropriately to reduce the feel of rubber banding. Increase the radius to 12 meters, up from 10. Fuck yes. To help offset some of the reductions to impact for the wearer, the delayed damage remains unchanged, still happening 2 seconds after the pop, within a 7-meter radius. So the pull is bigger. Bear in mind, that's the set that the lazy tank uses that pulls enemies in and does not apply a hard stun. It doesn't apply a CC. The only pull in the game that does it, which is why it was on the lazy tank in the first place. We're cleaning up a lot of negative experiences with this set regarding how it feels with both use and against you by adding a delay time to pull, as well as cleaning up a bunch of inconsistencies about how the pull applies and appears. While the pull should be easier on both position and react to now, the damage itself should present slightly more of a threat, since the delay between the pull affecting you and the damage going out has been reduced to 1 second. This should help the set feel more impactful against those who neglect agony it can inflict, while simultaneously ensuring that there are more opportunities to recognize and react to its threats. So if you are pulled, you're fucked. If you avoid it, then you're fine. The radius increase should also help the pull become more of a selling point of the set for those who desire such control over the foes. That is a bit of a boost. Spirit, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. As a new player, what should I be spending my crowns on? Or just got ISO Plus. Save it or buy a fucking merchant. I mean, you need more crowns for that. You need 5,000, but the merchant that you take with you all the time, worth its weight in gold because you'll never leave loot on the ground again. Chokethorn Mask. Fixed an issue where the item set could trigger off events other than ability casts. It will now only activate during activation of abilities that meet its requirements rather than other effects that those abilities may apply as well, such as healing over time from structural entropy. So that's fixed. Mad Tinkerer fixed an issue where the set's crowd control visuals would fail to blend smoothly and could appear erratic. I mean, it's kind of fun how that's erratic because it's a funny set. Companions increase the chance of Miri and Bastion to recite idle lines. Boo! Delete that. Fixed an issue where temporary disabled mounts could still be selected by companions using random mount selection. Double-edged sword fixed an issue where Sharper's Knight would sometimes leave behind small visual artifacts when going through the door during the quest. Leave behind small visual art. Is he like a pigeon? Does he keep shitting when he goes through doors? We're not going to go over the quests and stuff because they are specific to individuals who could be there a very long time going over those. So we're going to scan through some of these fixes. They're welcome fixes nonetheless, but they're going to be unique to individuals rather than absolutely everyone's waiting for it. Still got to start working on my werewolf as a new update. More choices still subject to change, but fingers crossed. Yes, obviously. Increase the drop rate of stuff and things for the Mythic. If you are looking for that, by the way, if you're after the Esoteric Environmental Greaves Mythic, that is dropping a bit more. Skipping. Tales of Tribute fixes. You can go through this in your own time if you've got the link. Hopefully one of the mods can grab it for me. If not, I'll do it in a minute. Failing that, Google Elder Scrolls Online. Go to the forums. Go to patch notes. PTS actually, public test server, and then patch notes. It's at the top. So Elder Scrolls Online forums, public test server, most recent post. Easy. Frost bombs from Arcanist will now probably reduce your healing taken. Moongrave Fane, sacrificial helots will no longer remain once the encounter is completed. Didn't say that's the scythe that you end up throwing, but it doesn't say anything about the light. But then I haven't seen the light bug for a long time. I've seen people complain about it, but I haven't seen it actually happen. That is a bit of a boo-boo on some parts because I've seen from other people's perspectives them complaining about not being able to see the light. while it is really visual. I think they were just panicking. It is a thing. It was a bug. It did exist, but more people complain about it happening than it actually happens to. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't still there. Who knows? Fixes improvements in Battlegrounds and PvP. Update the functionality of combined repair kits to now include bridges. Fix specific case where occasionally the Chaos Ball could be obtained but would fail to damage the carrier or their allies and fail to appear above their head. Picking up Chaos Ball now actively flush all other actions your character is taking that may have interfered with the acquisition. So you could basically just run around and nobody knows it's you. Fix an issue where Chaos Ball's ramping damage always acted as if you had held the ball for one extra tick, dealing slightly more damage than intended. Chaos Ball will now properly showcase how many stacks of rampant damage, healing, and damage shield reduction it applies. Chaos Ball will now display effect in text to your character sheet when you hover over its effects, accurately describing the mechanics and current penalties, and fix an issue where each tick of Chaos Ball caused hit reaction on targets inside of it, making it extra annoying. So there was a lot of fixes for that. Fucking hell. Akaviri motif now correctly states it's acquired in war researchers and not siege merchants. Horned Dragon and Fanned Worm style pages now correctly say they are bound. Fix an issue with Cold Fire Trebuchets and Frost Lancers needed to be direct hits on other siege weapons to do damage to them, unlike other siege which hit in all valid targets inside their impactful zone. So you got to bang on target, not just area of effect sort of stuff. Your AM, what happened? Mike, you're such a legend. Yes, my am. Okay. I'm gonna skip this bit. There's some crafting fixes. Amazing. I'm happy for you, but we're running out of time to try and do stuff, so I want to get through this a bit quicker. Infinite Archive, obviously I'm going to read that. Updated the reward system for the daily quest. Replication, elimination. You can now receive fragments from all of the Infinite Archive collectibles if you have not unlocked them. Is that instead of just one at a time randomly? This cascade begins with the fragments of the Mount, Shattered Mirror Maze, and the fragments of the Skeever, and finally fragments of a new Veteran of Infinite Marking set. Ooh. Added several Gold Road rewards to the potential list of available rewards from Filer. It may take some time for them to appear on sale. There's new stuff in the Infinite Archive, people. There's new stuff. Golden Vendor will no longer be desynced between PC and consoles when the chapter launches. So that'll be caught up. New housing stuff. Fixed issues with housing. That's broad, so we're not going to go over that too much. But again, the link is in the chat if you want to go through this in your own time. There's a lot for housing. It's not that I'm not interested in it. It's just that that's stuff that is going to be a lot of very unique issues where people have that. So for this, for example, maybe you're using all these. Maybe fuck tons of people aren't. Who knows? But the link is there. Fucking hell, they've gone through so much stuff here. Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there till Christmas. Link in the chat. Miscellaneous. After a prior optimization sped up the duration of load screens, some players began to see that their graphics cards would render many empty frames per second during loading, which could cause concern as hardware usage went up. The ESO game client has now decoupled that loading from frame rate, allowing the optimization to stay in place but no longer affecting the graphics cards. Fixed an issue where Alt-Tab while the game was running in full screen exclusive could... Who was that? Thank you very much. Could cause a freeze or a crash. Too many modifications to save, along with failures to save changes being made no longer appear when editing friend notes. Many Grimoires now correctly consider humanoid-based Daedra for purposes of monster categorization and effect application. Cleaned up some NPCs who are walking around without clothes. Boo, no more naked people. Fixed a handful of cases where guards or monsters might get the zoomies and rapidly sprint from one waypoint to the next. Can't say I've seen that. More quest and zone fixes. I mean, it's all relevant. It's all great that they're doing it, but there is a lot there. We're not going to go through that. Again, for those that want the information, the link is in the chat on both YouTube and Twitch if you're watching. The staves formerly known as Flame and Frost have decided that it is time to update their tooltips to finally reflect their true names. Inferno and Ice. So now you know they're called Inferno staves, which they should have been anyway, and Ice staves, which they should have been anyway, but their name in their destruction stuff, skill lines, and all that kind of stuff is a bit skew-if. Excuse me. Fixed an issue where siphoning ultimate abilities wouldn't show as usable when with the reduced cost passive active. Fixed an issue where the infinite archive summary screen that could cause various verse or vision icons to display outside the window. Gamepad mode added a hint text to the user ID and password fields. Okay. And added an indicator to the text chat menu to emphasize the current selected chat line. Pretty much it. Login queue on NAPC. Nothing I can do about it. So, imagine a dead game having a queue. New sets look cool as fuck, but that's on paper. Fuck tons of fixes. Not too much negative. Well, in fact, nothing negative in the class changes because they're very, very small. That's not to say that that's all there will be. I mean, there might be more. But at the moment, that's where they're going with it. The Templars get a mobilization, which is pretty fucking cool. Necros, if you're using beams or tethers, are stronger. And the rest is just fixes and shit. So, let's go fucking Scribing, I think. Scribing is fucking banging. New skills, new stuff, standardization, performance updates, new sets. Let's fucking go. Also, Werewolf is bonkers. PTS just bled into the NA server. What a mess, indeed. Right, now I need to get it started. Let's see. Where's the fuck is my wire? My special wire. Ha ha ha! Please be functioning. The good thing is they changed this on update 41 where you can actually just plug in your PlayStation controller. You don't need DS4 Windows or anything anymore. You just put the fucking thing in. I'm not gonna let you see my password though. Should be working straight away. Yeah, works straight away. Oh man, hi Zion Ninjas. Did I miss anything? You missed the entire patch note reading. So when can I start with the questions? You can ask questions now. If it comes to build advice stuff though, no, you're not getting any. Because I can't scale that on stream and you know it. That's my name. This is where I find out that it's... No. That's my password. All those stars. So now you're going on PTS. It's not the first time I've done that. Maintenance mode. The server is currently undergoing maintenance. Try again later. We can't get in yet. Should we try again? Should we keep trying? This is going to be fucking mental. They have brought it down again. I'm going to check the chat in a minute. Actually, 1 second. Balls! Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I get information you don't. Let's see. Dear oh dear. Is it down for a bit? Yes, it's down. It's dead. It's dead. Oh, boo. What time is it? One time I stay away. Okay, they're trying to fix it. We can talk about stuff and things. Squash that window. Don't need that. Open this one. Done. PCNA brought down to... I'm not interested in that. How do you get the PTS? So, if you go to your launcher... there's a drop-down menu on the right-hand side, and you can tick a box that will say public test server. If you do that, it will re-download the game in a different file, or wherever you want to put it. Will it be an EU copy in PTS? We don't know. We aren't in there yet. You certainly need one or the other. What happened? Pick on. I need certainly. I missed that. All gone. Slash deck. They say brought down the server again because of an issue. Riansu, you're gonna have to understand. I'm talking out loud just for the sake of keeping up the words, but I've already got access to all that stuff, so I can see it. Don't worry. You have to tell me. That's why I was just looking at it. I can see stuff that you can't. Stream team perks. Ruined? See, that's what happens. Can't get in. Mike, I need to invite to Xbox Guild. Por favor? No invite for you. Moving on is kicked. The only way to get an invite outside the guild finder is to send him an in-game mail. Because otherwise it's really hard to scale. They brought the server down already. I mean, I did say to people earlier in Discord that this kind of stuff can happen. It's very common that when they release a new patch, especially on PTS, something could go wrong on the night because so many people are trying to get in at once. So, shit happens. That's why they released the patch notes early to give us something to read. But yeah, it's down at the minute, so we've got to wait. I've got other windows open. Don't worry, I'll know when it goes live. I don't need to be told. 4 and 4. Booyah. Yeah, 44, dude. Thank you very much indeed. You're an absolute legend. Fucking... Gina's phone stopped blowing up. Sure, because it does. I'm going to keep an eye on that. But we'll ask the chat. Both YouTube and Twitch. What are you excited about? And don't go really, really in-depth details and start showing me number percentages and all that kind of shit, because that's just bullshit right now. What are you excited about? Stuff and things. Be specific, but short. What's your Xbox name? Mike Macon's Xbox name is Mike Macon, but we know this. Scribing. New story. Scribing's fucking nuts. I can confirm that I've had like 5 days access to it prior to the actual event, because I'm allowed to say that now. And it's pretty fucking cool. It's not as intimidating as it looks on the surface. It's really not. You have a skill. You have 3 options for it with multiple different variants to each option. And that's it. Okay, did I miss you? But it's... Okay, I did actually miss you, but it's rubbing off. What the fuck? Moving on. Welcome to the stream. I'm excited for the NPCs now being family friendly now that they have clothes again. Is that the only thing you're worried about? Is the non-nakedness? Werewolf changes and customizing skills. Werewolf changes will be fucking nuts. Like the sound of some of those sets, actually. Some of them are really fucking fun on paper. Testing them is a completely different thing. I might have messed with some before, but they have been altered a little bit since then. So I'm not going to give you a definite as to how they did work, because that was an older build of the game. New class changes and the gear sets. The new class changes are quite small, but they're pretty cool. Honestly, the game would have died if they didn't put the clothes back on the NPCs. I think that might have been the case. I think if they didn't fix the nakedness, they would have sold it to Conan. I think I'll try the werewolf. You should. Is Major Brutality one of the buffs that can be added to the scribing system? I don't remember. Wait a minute. I don't remember. It depends on the skill as well, because the different skills have got different things. Depends on which skill line they come from. Is scribing shared with multiple characters, or do we need to grind 10 characters? You do not need to grind 10 characters, but I believe you need to do the introductory quest in order to unlock it on other characters. Zai, can we get another updated number of sets in the game and permutations of things to try it out in practical content raises the 4,000 plus power of scribing options? No, because when I told you about the number of possibilities, that was set pieces. That was nothing to do with actual skills. If I'd have added the skills to it, instead of being 68 zeros worth of numbers, yeah, that's a very, very large number, it would have been massive amounts more, like full-on, like astronomical multiplications of an already astronomical number. I need to make a werewolf for the furniture item you get. You need to make a werewolf for the furniture item. Okay. Bits from Bad Crafton. Thank you very much indeed. Are the skill styles account-wide or character-specific? The styles, I'm not sure. But the scribing system, you can do it all on one character. But then if you do the introductory quest, I believe you open it up on others. But there's other bits and pieces that are rules to that. I would assume the customization is across the board, but I don't actually know. Literally at my desk. No, read that one already. We're still waiting for Genie to confirm. Flying werewolves. Flying werewolves does sound interesting. It's read that one already, because that's a new number. I'm aware, Pale Gringo. Don't worry. It's fucking insane. The amount of possibilities is already mental, and they just added skills alone 4,000 plus extra possibilities just for adding other shit. So happy PTS launch, and thanks Zion Zos for the new crate drop in the past 42 minutes. You are welcome. Thank you for the sub. Bad Crafton with a sub. You're a legend. I haven't even refreshed my stream to get my own drop. Can you see that? What the fuck? 2 new events have happened. Ooh, we're nearly on a hype train. So I can get an Ouroboros crate for watching my own stream. Brilliant. That's good. That's what we like to hear. You get Hercene Totem at level 10. Oh, that's what you're after. See, the 2 didn't link. I didn't make any sense out of it. Who said you can get drops? You have to refresh the stream. They went on about 42, 43 minutes ago. They were going on at 10 o'clock UK time. No, 11 o'clock even. 6 o'clock US, wherever the fuck you live in the US. Half an hour queue time for NA. I can't do anything about that. It's useless. I can't help. You'll have to complain at Zos. Nord, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Dude, definitely read the patch notes. Did you read all the stuff and things? Drops, what a treat. Yeah, refresh your stream. I had to refresh my own. I'm saying, who allowed you to get drops? You're not allowed nice things. Oh, see, that didn't come across that way. I didn't understand what that meant. Who said you can get drops, mister? Now it makes more sense. There's a lot of stuff going on. Devils, how you doing?
Hey, listen.
Thank you for all your builds. Guides and builds. You're a goat. J-Strap, you're a legend. Thank you very much indeed. Sorry, my bad. Nord needs a shout out. If you're not following Nord already, then you're never going to see a real life centaur. Simple as that. So get over it. Go follow him. The patch notes say that we're getting centaurs, Nord. Centaurs. We are. Oh, we're going to hype train, people. Let's fucking go. Still no news. Should we do the thing anyway? Everybody does this. When you can't get into a server and you know it's not live, you still do the thing. You still do it. Hilarious. Is everyone not able to log it? You can see me on a login screen that says maintenance mode. Well, this is something PCNE is that it's not. Why do people do that? Why do people crash in a game and then automatically go to whichever streamer they can find and tell them? I know. There's nothing I can do about it though. I'm not Zos. Want to see a sneak peek of something I was working on today? Sure, do it. Zai, is it worth taking time off in June the 3rd to play update 42? Yes. Saber, Jay, thank you very much indeed for the subs. You're legends. Thanks for the crown crate. You're welcome. Turtle Swatter with the bits as well. Thank you very much. You're not Zos. What? No way. No, I'm not. Vaderog as well with the sub. We've hit hype train, people. Level 1, 52% in, 3 minutes 51 remaining. I'm doing fuck all squared at the moment because the server is down. That magic juice. You are a legend. 10 months on the bounce. Thank you very much indeed. Massively appreciated. Ravicus Maximus with 5 more gifted subs to the channel. Thank you very much indeed. 1,650 in total. No, 1,630 in total. Dead Dragonborn. Press fight. Go.
Headshot.
Oh, shit. Loud noises. Funky Monkey with the bits. Thank you very much. Zai, can you start streaming during the hours I play so I can come in and announce my crashes? No. Real Felony. Got gifted subs over there from Ravicus Maximus. Hype Train level 2. Thank you very much. Sent Discord. I don't read Discord when I'm on stream. Oh, that is cool as fuck. Did you do that or did somebody else do that? It's a secret. That's fine. You did it? I didn't know you could do that. I did that stuff for a job once. Cool shit, dude. Cheer 100, working on that Ninja Star. Get it. Duff Kitty, thank you very much indeed as well. Rob, with 5 gifted subs. Just popped up. You can't see my password, by the way. Still no news. So, see, I have a secret room where I can see the news, and there's no news yet. So, rip. Who was that with the bits? Did I already say thanks to you? Oh, Rob is in. There it goes. Like 25 minutes from earlier, just doodling it out. Dude, it's pretty good. I didn't know you did that. I used to do it for a job. That's cool. That's really cool.
Hey, listen.
You listen. You broke the bot. You broke the bot. Llama shouts, let's go, and throws 200 bits in the chat. Thank you very much. How do you get console interface on PC? Accessibility mode. You go to options, go to gamepad mode, and then you turn accessibility mode on or off. The bot's broken. That's actually 5 gifted subs, but it's supposed to do the 5 gifted subs and say, look, there's 5. It's doing it individually. Appreciate all the knowledge you've given. Newish, but addicted to ESO already. You are welcome, and thank you very much for joining. Much appreciated. I need a fucking haircut, man. That was supposed to be cut like a week ago. I'm going to end up looking like Wurzel Gummidge by the end of the week. I'm still waiting for the barber to come back from his holiday back home. You did listen and the fart. Thank you. You just put drops in the title. Is that what professional people do? Who did the rip dance? Because the servers are dead, isn't it? Imagine the game being so dead that everyone wants to log in at once and they crash the game. I mean, that's a good problem to have, really. How does or will the healing immunity work in PvP? If someone is immune to healing, it will show their health bar differently. And it doesn't matter where it is, that will just show differently. So if someone's wearing Ring of the Pale Order, fucking rip. Hey on Sally. Did you just do the thing? Roski, thank you very much. James, thank you very much as well. We are Hype Train level 2, 58% in, 1 minute 55 remaining. If you beat it before the timer runs out, the timer starts again for another 5 minutes, and we keep going and going and going until you run out. But that's subs and bits. It's the only way to do it. What the fuck is this? I'm trying to keep an eye on the information place, which you can't see. And so far, fucking rip. Oh dear. First problems. Teething problems. After update 42, we can shame the pale ordering. You can. Would using bewitched sugar skulls on keeper be good instead of blue food? Nope. It doesn't matter where you found that on the internet. I designed that build. It's better with the flat stuff. You can use the other stuff if you really want to, but it's better with the flat stuff. Otherwise, you lose a percentage of the two major resources that you actually need. The other one you don't need. You just need recovery for it, which you have. That is in the video, though, so you have to listen to it. Their health bar shows black with S massive pair of clown shoes. Maybe. Is ESO dead? No. From Reddit, I just spent an hour looking for treasure chests with a map. Every one of them was already emptied. If ESO is dead, the hosts are done greedy. So at the moment we're having some issues because they're updating the PTS. It was supposed to go live, it broke. Public test server is just where we test stuff for the new update, which is exciting day, but teething problems. When people tell you the game is dead, they are three little words. Three little words. You ready for this? Full of shit. The game is so busy that it gets full and crashes. 5 a.m. stream, not a fucking chance. Far from dead. In fact, the healthiest it's ever been. They upgraded the servers and they're still full. Grindian, thank you very much. Or Gridian, thank you very much. You're a legend, by the way. Whoa! I did not read that properly. T1 sub for 6 months in advance. That is confident. Thank you very much. You're the Dragonborn. You know the rules. People to fight starts again from scratch. If you kill the Dragonborn, you'll take their place in stream. I have to kill you instead. Thank you very much. Can a what? Can a chemical moth set only come from Oversworn Pit asking for a friend? Yes, because that's the place it drops peaks. If you look up the Lazy Sorg Infinite Archive build, it's on there, and on the guide, there's a link showing you where it comes from, and it comes from that place. 10-year-old game still booming after years of issues. They still managed to fix it. The thing is, we're currently going for a 10th year anniversary. There are in real world, or in real life events going on for the next 15 months. We just did one in Amsterdam, and that was absolutely fucking banging. You have to consider how much interest that actually has. Like, people are going mad for it. The game is far from fucking dead. It's just a stupid thing to say on the internet. People love it. This time they took down because everything from PTS transferred to live, and I'm 1 million undaunted keys and 1 billion gold on live. I guarantee that's exactly what happened, and it's definitely not a lie. Oh dear. 1 billion gold. How are you going to have 1 million undaunted keys? Can you imagine spending that many keys? That'd be crazy. Come on. There's no point me logging in. PTS had big oops. It did. So we're waiting. If it doesn't actually start within the next sort of 8 minutes or so, because we're approaching sort of midnight, then I'll just fuck it off and then do it tomorrow. Because otherwise we're going to run out of time just doing nothing. Will that get reverted? You could probably spend 1 million keys and still not get what you... Yeah, probably. My RNGs is shit. His maintenance had literally just decided to pick up the game back after 8 years of not playing and got met with no connection. So, again, it's not the streamer's fault. There's nothing I can fucking do about it. But on PC, the NA server's down, yes. So, rip. But the PTS, the public test server, that is due to be live tonight, but they're having some issues with it. Also, coming back after 8 years, they didn't bring the servers down just because you showed up. Don't worry, it's not personal. 1 billion gold. I would hope it gets reverted, dear. No, it's always the streamer's fault. It is. I wonder what goes through people's minds when a server goes down, and instead of complaining to the devs or doing what normal people do and going on Twitter and complaining and saying you want your money back, why do they go to the nearest streamer and say, hey, the servers are down? We know, we're trying to play the game for a job. I know, I just found it funny. You're all good, Reapers. I take the piss out of everyone. If I'm not making fun of people, I don't like them. So, congratulations, you're on the like list. You're here for the rant? No rant for you. You can get out moving. Servers are down. No shit! Someone... Oh, here's a command for you. Ready? Please tell me it's the correct one. Or is it just server? Maybe it's server. Server. It's not going to work, is it? Did I do it, Mike? What is it? man, I forgot my own command. I heard the servers blew up. I haven't got my bot running. I'm telling people to put stuff in the chat earlier. I don't have the bot running. Let's fix it. Should work on YouTube. You broke it too. Great job. I know. I've got to... My bot is down for maintenance. Must not like me. I don't like Wanker at all. Wanker's annoying. Because the internet said it ruined the game and it's never wrong. 100%. There you go. If you put ! server in the chat on Twitch, you'll see a command pop up in response to that. So if you ever want to check the server status on my stream, just put the word server. See? Like that? Yes, we know about the bloody server. I bet your car isn't down. No, it's over there, outside. Being nice and cool in the dodgy weather. Did you see the fucking... I don't want to be that typical English person complain about the fucking weather, but put Instagram in the chat. You can look at today's video. 2 videos, one after the other, 2 minutes apart from each other. And the weather's bipolar as fuck. It's fucking crazy. You can't say that. I can, actually. And Mrs. has it, and she doesn't mind. She calls it a funny joke, so shut up. If the bot is on... The bot is on! It's working! I fixed it! Now we just got to fix the server. Yeah, she saw you. It was fucking mental. It was really bad wind. I had to hold on to the fucking door. I don't know how much of that you could see. Hailing with really fast-moving dark clouds, and then a straight line across it with bright sunlight and everything. Hey, what the hell happened? And then 2 minutes later, all the clouds are gone. Thanks for streaming, Jai. Catch you later. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Saw your weather. It's fucking... I don't know what the hell happened. I'm trying to keep an eye on the updates to see if this is fixed or not. Let's see. They did make the server go up, and then everyone jumped in at the same time, I think, and just blew up their internal server. Do you have a guild on PCEU? If so, how do I join? I have a guild on every single server, but generally I tell people to use the guild finder and look for ninja cakes. But if the guild finder doesn't prompt you with that particular guild, even after refreshing it a few times, because there's thousands of guilds, in-game mail, it's got to be in-game, to Mike Macon, the mod. So, all one word, Mike Macon. Like bacon, but with an M. If you message him in-game on any server, when he's got time, he'll get you in. I'm in a queue, it's 45 minutes, rip. Well, at least it's active. Imagine the dead game having a 45-minute queue at midnight. Imagine. Why would you break the server's eye? Why would you do this to us? Because. Because I can. Okay, thanks, mate. No worries, Jay. You're welcome. That's the power, Wanker. That's what you have. When you have that power, you get to pull down all the servers just to spite people. If you tell Finn they have flowers, not mushrooms, he will speed it up for you. No. We can continue with shutdown servers. They are mushrooms. Because you like to torture us. I think you like me to like to torture you, but that's not a real thing. I think it's made up. He went to Amsterdam and stole the server keys. Now he's just basking in his new power. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. 100%. How did you know? Are you peeking? Are you peeking through the window? He's peeking. He is peeking. I can see him. Hi. Shh. Don't let him know I can see. It's almost like running geysers and not getting the drop, right? So I laughs manically at PC NA being stricken down like the meta. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I have not. This is true. I have not. I don't need to. I can keep an eye on the secret chat. And then as soon as it says, hey, the servers are up, I'll know before you. Unless you are doing this and being that person that just constantly logs in over and over and over, hoping that for some magical superstitious reason that if you press it a certain way, it will open. That would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? No such luck. PTS and PCNA got pickpocketed resources. They did. Imagine that. Everyone's trying to steal stuff tonight, and instead, Zos stole your time and made you sit there watching a login screen. Quick check the batteries. Don't need changing. So, I'm still baffled at how you don't have an aircon and your PC runs well in the heat. Random, I know, but it crosses my mind a lot. Because it has really good cooling. It does get too hot for me. I'm sitting right next to it. I'm sitting between 2 PCs, actually, with a fucking great light in front of my face. It's very, very hot. But the PC doesn't overheat. It's built to not do that. And if it was going to overheat, which it's very, very hard to do, it would just shut itself down for safety. Put rig in the chat. ! Rig. If I clap one hand, spin in a circle, and pray to RNGesus, it will let me log in. Some people do that. They do those mental fucking superstitious dances to try and get things to work. Like, oh, if I do this, I will get focused efforts. And I got block cost reduction. Fuck you. That's what happens. What's your honest opinion of water cooling? What do you mean? Versus what? That's a non-relative, very specific, but not quite as specific as I want it to be question. What is my honest opinion of it? I think it's always wrong. I think it tells me things I don't believe. What are you trying to angle at? What are you asking? Because my opinion of it versus... as in PC water cooling as opposed to fans. Well, you kind of need a fan to make the water cooling work as well anyway. Because it's part of your radiator and everything. So they all kind of intertwine with each other. But for this, it's been really good. Water cooling or air cooling PCs. Specifically one or the other. Not a combination. One or the other. Water cooling. All day long. All day long. This one here is... it's got a liquid cooled processor. But the rest of it is fan. The other side is obviously fans for the radiators. But the rest of it is all water cooled. And this one doesn't overheat at all. It gets very fucking hot. As in the air that is chucking out. But the system itself doesn't overheat at all. The other one is never overheated, but it has got a bit too much. But I used to build it and repair them for a living. I mean, like, really extreme fucking gaming rigs. And this one is shiny as fuck. It's a space station. And water cooling on this system was much better. You're a fan of slime crawl? You like crocodiles? What's the substitute for the monster set on Tempest while I farm for it? Whatever you've got a helmet and shoulder for. Do not farm stuff to farm stuff. That is a massive waste of your time. If you haven't got the set you need, put anything on that you've got right now. It doesn't matter. Now go and get it. So in the winter, no need to run a heater. No, you still get cold. But during the summer, and not so much now actually, because the game's not running. Under the desk, I've got like a metal bar going across where my legs are. And I have burnt the top of my leg before on the underside of the desk. It chucks all the air out of the top, and it gets really fucking hot. But again, the PC itself stays relatively cool. It's not too bad. It's just the air just gets chucked. DJ's got that. What is your honest opinion on pasties? Opinion on pasties. Like it's a subject matter that we have to discuss. My direct answer to that, DJ, is where the fuck are the pasties and why aren't I eating them? I'm a fan in Azura's hotness. Okay. Spy and Pad, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. That doesn't sound fun at all. No, in the summer, this underside of the desk can get to about 42, 43 degrees. And I'm in a very, 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 very small, airtight, heat-tight fucking room. South-facing window. Old school council house. No fucking aircon. I have to have the doors and windows shut because noise pollution from me and from the outside. So you don't want to hear that shit in here, and they don't want to hear me either. So the conditions are bad. But yeah, it's a solid fucker system. That won't overheat. Failure surely. Is the wall really made of corn? In here? No. Rain the mail, they'll be worth you. Oh, they're in the mail? They'll be with you in... I can see you typo there. They'll be with you in 3 to 5 business days. I'm getting a pasty in the mail, people. It's coming. Doesn't sound fun. No. But we've gone over this on stream before, and then you get the backseat fucking aircon specialist. Like, why don't you get aircon, bro? Well, guess what? I'm not a fucking millionaire, so that ain't gonna happen. We live in a council house. It's very, 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 very small, right next to a fucking crack den, and it's not a joke. And we don't have the facilities. We'll make do with what we have. It gets very hot in the summer. What's the waiting queue about again? I got the message. This is for PTS. The live servers, different story. But the public test server itself didn't land quite as successfully as they wanted it to. So at the moment, it is down. However, they are on it and they're trying to fix it. But we might have to go soon because it's getting late and we're running out of time. So generally speaking, I'll probably be here for about another hour normally. But nothing is going on right now. And I don't want people to get bored as fuck. We've done the patch note reading. If anyone missed that, by the way, you can rewatch the VOD after the stream on YouTube or Twitch. Just on YouTube, press the live button as the tabs at the top. But on here, on Twitch, then it'll just be there as the last video.
I love weddings. Drinks all around.
I'm seeing absolutely nothing at the moment as far as servers are concerned. It was up for like less than an hour. That's terrible. Oh, how unlucky. Well, at least it's not release day. That would be savage. This is what I told people before. Like, just because the patch notes are available on the PTS forum section doesn't mean that the server will be up. Sometimes they release the patch notes 4 hours before they release the actual patch itself. And then even tonight, they had to delay it a bit. And then when they did launch it, it fucked up. Happy Xbox doesn't have PTS. Well, they can't have it on console because they have to go through certification rules. Big walls for, can we upload this now, yes or no? Give us loads of money first. And on PTS or on PC, with no wall in the way, they can just release things whenever they want or whenever they have time to. Because if they update this patch right now, they don't have to ring up the fun police and say, can I do that? I'm pretty sure the PS servers are up. PS are up. Don't be stupid. It's the test server. I'd expect stuff to be wonky. Yes, obviously. Stein, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. That's for fuck. So he split the weather at his house. Need Chuck Norris in the making. Dude, I'm fucking tired as fuck. So have you got any upcoming build guides coming our way? Always love watching videos. I can't answer that. There is a service called Patreon where people get early access to stuff and things. However, one did go live today, which was the 10-year anniversary celebration kind of community collaboration build. It's a one-off, so don't expect any more. But if you look at Twitter or Facebook, you will know there's another early access build video currently available for people that have the perk. Small spoiler, that one is going live officially tomorrow. Outside of that, can't tell you anything. You have to wait and see. But I'm glad you liked them. Thank you very much. Still waiting on a Healy Necro build. You're not waiting on it. You're expecting it. That's different. If you were waiting on it, you'd know that it's happening. You're expecting it, which means you don't know it's happening. You just want it. You can't always get what you want. I've done Healer Necro builds for other people, though. For personal build guides and stuff like that. Many Templar following the Troll PvP build, and I'm living in Infinite Archive. Been fun so far. So that particular build, again, it's a collaborational kind of effort of all the different things that I heard of people talking and stuff at the event. So throw it out there as a one-off kind of celebration one. But it is fun as fuck. And if you have multiples, like if people are actually willing to put in the effort and have multiples of them, you become an impassable brick fucking wall unit. And again, there's more than one way to win in PvP. You don't have to be the one that gets all the kills. You could just be the one stopping them achieving their goal, which becomes a big problem for them. If they can't break through your wall, they can't take your keep. If they can't break through your players, they can't take the flags. If they can't get the chaos ball off you, they can't fucking win. All those types of things. Good night, gotta go. No worries, Gravy. Thank you for joining. Zos doesn't want me to play my magical Nord. That's why it's all about... Amex, I think you might have found the problem. I think you might be right. I think you found out that Zos doesn't want you to play your magical Nord character, so therefore they brought down the servers. Zaya repaid my gold coast, and now PCNA is down. I demand compensation for my minor inconvenience. Imagine waiting for Gold Coast, dude, and then complaining that you can't play it right now, even though it's not available. I mean... whinging that you can't play your pre-order. You should go to Twitter and ask for all your money back and extra compensation. Like, you want $7 million because today is your day off and it's not fair. Stormfist it is? Yeah, fair. But when I forgot that one trial boss from More of Lorcage in the Infinite Archive the other day, I couldn't get past him. Now, I know there's 2 in there, but I don't know. I can assume which one it was. Chris, I'm going to assume it was Zaj Hassan. I'm going to assume it's that and not Rakat. And never played a game ever. You show them you mean business. Yeah, definitely. Go onto Twitter and say, I'm never playing your game again. And see how much begging you'll get from them to definitely make sure you come back right now because we need you. We don't. That's what's happening. I was like, these queues like 55 minutes. Yeah, the NA server did go down, but then that went back up. And then everyone started queuing and they can't get in because it's busy. Remember, dead game. Dead game doesn't mean dead if it's full. But the PTS has actually had some issues. They were trying to upload it so we could access it today, with it being PTS kind of first day testing. But it did go up, and then it had an issue, so it came back down again. Make sure you hold your breath while waiting. Definitely do that. Love that. What should I do? Go over there, hold your breath, and await my instructions. Then just walk the fuck off. They're going to be on their knees, do you think? They're going to be desperate for you to come back. How long did the Quack Doc say your recovery is after upcoming surgery? Recovery as in full physical recovery or recovery enough to get back on stream? it's harsh. You can't have sick days in this job. In fact, if you have a sick day, you have to do double the work to break even. So after surgery on the 29th, I will probably not be able to stream for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And that is going to fucking hurt. So I need to have loads of stuff ready. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Last time I had surgery, I think my sub count went down by like 50%. I don't mean viewer or followers and stuff, but your active subs, people's subs fall off because they're not watching you right now, which makes perfect sense. Like if you're not watching Netflix, you'll cancel your sub. If you're not watching a streamer, you'll cancel your sub and watch somebody else. And that's the reality of the situation. If you're away, you're not there, you don't do shit. What surgery? Previously I had an umbilical hernia like 2 years ago. A year and a half ago. It was fine. It was repaired, but another one came up over top of it, and now I've got to have like more serious fucking surgery to do a lot more covering up to permanently repair it. But it's going to put me out for quite a while because I've got 3 fucking sections where they're going to go into, and it's fucking expensive. But it got to a point where it was dangerous. It started nipping and getting stuck and everything, and if it does that, you're in shit. So I had to book it really fucking fast because the NHS weren't doing anything. Damn 2 weeks rough days. I mean, I'll still be able to do something, but I won't be able to sit in the chair. 3 days of not streaming is 10% off your subs. It's not an accurate number, but you're on the right track, knowing how impactful it can actually be. Sometimes it could be a lot more. If you don't stream for 1 day and it's an impactful day, like a big day where loads of people resub, you could drop by a fucking load, like a huge amount. It's not like normally where you have a day off work and you lose like 30 to 50 quid or something. No, you can lose a substantial amount, and it takes longer to get it back. Found 4 unkillable tank necromancer guys. Took 30 people to kill them. Took 30 minutes in the siege to do it. See, Rando? Exactly. And I bet while they finally did it, that was a fucking struggle and a half. Like trying to achieve that goal, they played well. And that's only 4 people. Now you imagine there being a large army of people all built that way with a couple of people at the back, while all the big cluster of fuckos are holding everyone still. One's at the back, taking them out. So you take, I don't know, 3 ballista builds and 5 constipator builds. It's a mess. Because the constipator ones can hold them at the front, and the ballistas will just wreck them from behind. It's crazy. But people don't build that way because they didn't see it on YouTube. I mean, the builds are there, and the information is there. It's just that people go straight to the gear section and ignore all the information. Total PC NA unverified hearsay. People were deleting PTS characters, and those characters were deleted from the NA live as well. Whatever. Hearsay is hearsay. 2 weeks is rough. Yeah, it is. Take care of you. My sub is auto renew, so you may have my dollars no matter what. Appreciate it, dude. I won't go too much into the business stuff, but it's pretty fucking savage. In comparison to other jobs, it's very, very, very risky, regardless of what people think it's all about. So you do have to be mindful of stuff like that. You can't really just take time off. And anyone that does just willy-nilly take time off, they don't do it professionally or full-time. You can always stream your hair getting longer. No, I got clippers in the house. I'll go fucking bald for a week. I don't care. I can't see how the PTS character copy system works in that direction. It doesn't. People just logged onto the wrong one, obviously. You do know that you entertain us even if you're not playing the game. To be honest, you're just talking is enough for us. Right, in future then, you're not getting any gameplay. None. I'll just talk shit all day. I'll do a whole day of just talking shit. I had 3 surgeries in my hernia so far, and it's still poking through my belly button. I have umbilical and epigastric hernia. Okay, so you're familiar with it then. The one I had in the umbilical area was they basically open up. Shut your ears if you're screamish people. They basically did open surgery last year or year before, and like you open up like a fucking flower, they stitch it up, you're done. This time the stitching's still there, but it came out over top of it, like another one lifted up. So what they're going to do now is put a sheet underneath the whole ab area, like from top to bottom, so no more can occur. But that's going to be uncomfortable. I'm here for the talking and I read the builds. It's fine. Down to watch you talk crap for an entire stream. I've done it before. Do you know what? One of the biggest hype trains I ever successfully did or had was while I farmed law books. I actually farmed law books. It's a long recovery. It is. It's about a week to 2 weeks before you can kind of really get up and about. Much like before, but you can't really fully exercise until at least 6 to 8 weeks afterwards, which is fucking annoying because summer's coming up and I want to get back into kind of health areas. And I was doing really well. But then it fucking came back and I was like, fuck me, I've got to go backwards again. the personality and expertise people will stay for. It's less the gameplay. You don't like the gameplay? No more games for you. Maybe a Patreon perk could be used to just sit and listen to Zai talk about the game and not be playing it. Well, the thing is, again, I won't be able to sit in the chair. Patreon does actually have some perks in there where I do join, depending on the perk level, general chat, so I can still talk to people in there. I might be able to still do some uploads here and there. Social media will still be fairly active, but there won't be streams. It'll be impossible. I did try last time. I did it way too early. It fucked me up. I still did it, but that fucking hurt. I could do like an hour to 2 hour streams, and I got off and I just holding my fucking guts, man. It was bad. I actually met one of the ninjas as well. He came all the way from Costa del USA to meet me, and I had just like a week and a half got out of surgery, and I felt okay during the day, so I thought, fuck it, I can do it. And I went to the location, which wasn't far from here, and I had like a 15-minute walk back. Now, bearing in mind, I wasn't walking around that much. I tried to pace it, but it was good to meet the dude, and I met him again this year when I was healthier. But fuck me, the journey back was that was a struggle. I got indoors and I was like, you know what? Shouldn't have done that. That was bad. Yeah, I did it slowly, and I looked injured all the way home. Like, fucking hell. I made it though. Someone came all the way across the world to come say hi. I was definitely going to show up. But, yeah, that fucking hurt. Well, you shouldn't have done that. I should not have done, Harry. I should not have done it. It's just fucking crazy. But this time, I won't be doing none of that shit. No lifting. No doing stupid stuff. Just, rest is boring, though. I'm so mentally active and usually physically active in some respects. Or at least I was a long time ago. I can't sit fucking still. Not one of your wise moments. I mean, I did it for a good cause. Someone came all the way to the UK to say hi. I made sure I was there. And it was a good day. It was a really good day. But the walk back, I probably should have got a fucking taxi. I thought it would do me good to get some exercise. And it did. But fucking hell, that felt like I'd been in a fight. And I don't think I won. I don't think so. No driving, so let me have your car. No, I've already been smart about that one. So, eventually, in the short term, new intakes are going into the car. I've already had that plan for a long, long time. Past fixing the fucking engine, paying for surgery, and all the rest of it. And some of the inside bay has been painted, so it's not silver and shitty. It's going to be like a matte black color, the same as the actual wrap. That is being put into the body center themselves to be done, and they're going to have it normally for like 2 or 3 days. But I lined it up with the surgery, so what's going to happen is, while I am incapacitated, they are going to keep hold of the car. So they'll have it safely stored away in a garage until I'm able to drive it, which will be about 2 weeks. Last time, again, it was about a week and a half, so it'll be fine. I was moving stuff within 3 days after my first umbilical hernia. It was a mistake. Yeah, same here. I was trying to. And the fucked up thing is, when I came back from the hospital and I was still under anesthetic, I didn't feel a fucking thing. I was wired as fuck when I came out of the anesthetic, when I came around. And I had so much fucking energy. They were like, well, you're going to stay here overnight. Like, I'm fucking not. They went, well, you need to go pee first. Like, fucking, okay, bye. So I did. I did a pee. And they just chucked me out. So I got back. I was running around the house doing all the stuff and things. And after like 2 or 3 days after the anesthetic kind of wore off, I was like, oh shit, I'm not moving. So I just played the shit out of Conan for a week. The surgeon said to me, he said, you will feel like you've been kicked in the stomach by a horse after the painkillers wear off. He was not wrong. He was not wrong. Did the same thing. The thing is, right, it's not the moving around, like, internally that hurts. It's the fucking, you know, the patch they put on you with all the tape and shit? It's that nipping your skin, because every time you stand up, it rips. You're like, what the fuck is this? My skin's ripping. It's not. Your skin's not moving. It's the fucking patch. So, fuck that. But this time I won't have that. I'll have loads of smaller ones, because it's going to be keyhole in 3 different entries. Are they putting the mesh in your hernia? Not like you would normally expect. They were going to put a really small titanium one in, but they're not now. They're doing a whole sheet to make sure I never have another one again. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. But at least they're fixing it, because unfortunately, because the first one was getting to a very dangerous point, I had to go private. I had to get it done quick, because here, ambulances don't fucking turn up. If it's too late, it's too fucking late. So I had to do something. So I got it done privately. And because it's a reoccurring thing based on a previous surgery, you can't now go through the NHS and get it done for fucking free. You have to repeat the process with the previous one. There's rules for if it's free, you can't go paid after. If it's paid before, you can't go free after. And besides the fact, if I was to go NHS, which would be the only option, the only way I can do it is if it is at the point where you're about to fucking die. So if it nips and gets trapped, and you call for an ambulance, you got to hope it turns up in time. That's the only other way to get it done free after you've had that previous treatment. It's just how we live here. It's fucking stupid. It is what it is. So I've had to say fuck it. I had a gallbladder done, laparoscopy, and it was awful. I could feel the incisions across my stomach. I woke up while they were still stitching me up, and I was wired. I had so much energy. It was the best sleep I've ever had. Bearing in mind, I don't sleep that much. Smokey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. But the missus had an operation prior to that as well. Roughly the same sort of time. NHS wouldn't help her at all. They were going to give her like a 78-week fucking wait. And by then, it would have been too late. So I said, fuck it, you're going to have to go get it done. So she got something different done. And when she came round from being knocked out, she was like, all fucking zombified, absolutely spangled. And I thought, shit, is that going to be me? And then when I had mine, like, I am awake. I am so awake. Do not give me coffee. I will do a backflip. Do they at least give you pills to combat the pain? They do, but it doesn't do a lot. It takes the edge off. Thank you for the fart, by the way. But I actually lost a lot of weight when I went through surgery because I found that my metabolism and my immune system was just on overdrive. It was like, right, you are injured. We're going to repair you. So any food you eat is getting fucking nuked. I just absorbed fucking everything. I had pizzas and all sorts of shit. I was eating all the crap I wouldn't normally eat. Like lots of crap. Just to make sure I've got some food. I was fucking losing weight with it. It's fucking madness. And then as soon as I'd fully repaired, I got back to normal again. I hope you feel better. Thank you very much. Laparoscopy is still better than open surgery. I had open surgery the first time. But it was like, it's supposed to be a 15-minute op. They're supposed to be just going in, stitching out, and that wasn't because it was complicated and it was trapped, which I felt it was fucking painful. They took like an hour, I guess, which again is not a long time for most surgeries, but for that particular one, that was longer than they intended. It's madness for sure. It was, dude. My metabolism went so fucking high that I just fucking consumed food and absorbed it. I couldn't go. Let's put it that way. Not because I was stuck, but because the food was gone. My body had just turned into pizza. It was weird. I actually generated and built fucking muscle mass and lost physical weight, like fat-wise, and ate loads and loads of shit because my body was on fucking overdrive. It was really strange. Some people go the other way, but I went that way. Who bought a t-shirt? You're a legend. Thank you very much. Enjoy it. It's got my name on it. Not this one, but the other one. Just like after smoking. Well, I don't smoke anymore, but yeah, that's you know what? If you do quit smoking, you end up putting weight on. That's fucking weird. Do you know why you put weight on after you stop smoking? Because you go for the biscuits. It's true. You want to fill the gap with something else. So instead of like, oh, I'll have a biscuit with my tea, you know, like posh people do, you eat the whole fucking packet. Metabolism goes high as fuck. Yeah, it does. It's weird. Yeah, it was weird. But I wasn't like unhealthy loss of weight. It was just all of the food got consumed and I repaired like really, really quick. It was mad. Scary as fuck when you take the patches off though, because you're like, what the fuck have you done? And it's not until after you've kind of washed off all the gunk, blood and shit, which is gross, that you realize, you know what, there's not really much there. Because you eat everything. Yeah, you eat the whole fucking lot, dude. It's mad how your body works when you're trying to repair yourself. It will make use of all the things you consume. Dude, I had a brain surgery last year. A pituitary tumor? I'm going to say that wrong. Went great, turned out okay, thank God. Thank fuck for that, Mechanized. Is the maintenance long? I have no idea. Generally speaking, they are trying to fix it, so we'll find out as and when it's done. But it doesn't look like we're going to see it tonight, on this stream at least. But we can do some tomorrow. I will see you at the US ESO anniversary with the new t-shirt. Is it you that bought that, Slayer? You're a legend, dude. Thank you very much. Merch in the chat if you want to buy t-shirts, by the way. Excuse me. I'd love that, but if I eat everything, I get fat out. I mean, generally you would if you're not exercising. But again, when you're in that state where you're trying to repair really quickly, it's different for some people than it is others. At the moment, if I was to eat loads of junk, I would just get bigger. I just get put on more fucking weight. But it's also because I can't exercise at the moment due to my stomach currently being a problem. After it's gone, easy peasy. Walking around won't be so bad. That's why I was in so much fucking pain when it was the ESO event. I wanted to make sure I went, so I riskily postponed the op until the end of this month so I could still go. That was awkward. But for one of the days, walking around for 12 hours, while you're not supposed to exercise, that felt like a fucking marathon. So I had to be really careful. I had to step away, but finished reading the notes on my own. Much excited. You read it on your own. You left the stream to read it on your own, and you came back an hour after I'd finished reading. If you'd have stayed, you would have read it faster. New to the game, coming from WoW and Final Fantasy, where I do pretty high-end content in Ultimate, Mythic, Raid, and PvP. Heard this game has a healer shortage, and I was looking for a full send healer and trying this game. Any advice on which healer to make? No. Play the game, learn what you like to do, or find out what you like to do, and go from there. If you go straight for a build, you won't understand what the fuck any of it is, because this game is not like Final Fantasy, it's not like WoW. There are billions of possibilities down to the smallest variable, and any class can play any role effectively, so it's 100% up to you. So approach it with a fresh, wide open mind, and delete any previous experience with WoW or Final Fantasy while inside this game. Have it as a, I've been there, that was great, I had fun, but in this game, you can do whatever you like. There is no limitations. Not that. Nope. People will try to force you to believe there is, and they'll misuse it as a backronym, but in this game, there is too many possibilities for any one human, any one group of human, or any one building of humans to ever try it all. There's too much. So, while you could vaguely pot around certain sets and go, that and that is nice, that's only part of your build. There's so much you can do. It's wide open, dude. So, jump in, press buttons, see what you like, and then build on that once you get to certain levels. Also, it's not vertical progression. So it's not all the low levels play this stuff and all the high levels play this stuff and so on and so forth. Then a new patch comes in and all this is irrelevant. All the old stuff, all the base game stuff is still equally as irrelevant today as the new stuff is, because everything in the game is the same level. You can play with anyone at any time, any class, any role, any race, no restrictions. So even in 10 years' time, the first stuff that ever came out is still the same level as the rest of the content. It's fucking really good. If you can understand that WoW and Final Fantasy, while being very good games, are deliberately designed to be linear, and this isn't, you will love the fuck out of it. It's really good. Imperial is only a race, not unlocked. It's 2,100 crowns, cash up only. There's an Imperial edition, but that's a race choice. You don't have to have it if you don't want to. Sometimes it goes on sale though, so keep an eye on that. Just a couple of pushes to small walk can kill carbs in your meal. It can, but you can't do push-ups when you got a fucking hernia operation. Recovery was horrible though. Couldn't lie down and sleep for 6 weeks. They were afraid a brain fluid might leak through because that come through my nose. That's bad. You don't want that. Where's my lightsaber at? I had to miss ice stream. Right? You had to cook for the younglings? Fair enough. Did you bring any for the rest of the class? Read that already. Something completely different. Take your time and learn the basics. If you power level, it will determine it will be detrimental to your experience. Yeah, in other games, the faster you level, the better, because you get the good stuff that does the things for you. In this game, it's skill-based, so your level doesn't determine how good you are. Your ability does. So the better you understand the basics, the more useful you'll be later on. Because even the most difficult content in the game, which is subjective, because I know the more you play it, the easier it is for you. Even the most difficult stuff takes advantage of the most basic of mechanics and skills.
Listen.
So you listen. Light attacks, heavy attacks, blocks, interrupts, all that kind of stuff, which is active combat. You get taught in the tutorial, and you'll still use it in some of the hardest content in the game, and that is where people fail as well. They become reliant on things that aren't that important, and they forget the basics, and the basics are the ones they trip up on. You don't know whether there's a 30-minute logging queue. Yes, because everyone's queuing at once and you have to wait. It's busy. Okay, that being said, chat, what is a Chad healer that when you see in a group, you are pumped to have one usually? Not because throughout you are just like, well, that healer is probably awesome, but because I have been watching videos and making early level characters and enjoying it, but legit cannot figure out what to play. You can play whatever you like. So you don't have to be a full healer, full tank, full DPS if you don't want to. You can mix and match and skew if your build as much as you want. You can do a bit of everything, or a bit of nothing. It's up to you. But people like to be alive. People like to be alive. Every single class can play every single role without restriction. regardless of what stupid people will tell you. People will try to always force this best bullshit down your throat. In this game, it does not exist. People like to be... They do. But you've played Final Fantasy. The only thing you can take from that, because this is a very, very different game, the devs were very ballsy making this design. The one thing you know is that the healer always gets blamed for everything. So if you meet those people and you are doing right and they die to stupid and it is their fault and they go, oh my god, fucking heal me, you know not to heal that fucker. It's fine. They can take the punishment. Miss Lifton Waiting doing push-ups had to wait like 45 days before I get back on a routine. Yeah, that's the fucking annoying part, getting back into that, because I gotta wait. I knew that making a magic and Nord was the right choice. Did you get back in the game? No more heal for you, right? Just start playing ESO. What should I focus on? Also, is there a way to respec free? So, focus on whatever you like. There is no right or wrong. The game is very horizontal. It is designed for everyone to play. It is designed for you to make your own choices. There are billions of possibilities, even if stupid people try to tell you there aren't. But you can respec at any point for a cost, but you can respec for free if you're smart about it. So this is not going to make sense to brand new players necessarily, but if you have a house, there is an armory station that you can acquire for free. That armory station will save your build. If you always have one empty slot in that armory, you can equip the empty slot and it will reset your entire character for free. You still keep your skill points, you still keep your champion points, you still keep your gear, you still keep the ability to insert your attribute points, but it resets them all so you can redo it. Nightblade here is like a disc priest, you gotta do damage in order to heal. Nope, not necessarily. You can build however you want. Every single weapon skill line, every single guild skill line, every single armor skill line, all of the skill lines apart from your 3 class skill lines are available to everyone. So you have your own class toolkits with lots of morphs and stuff, but you also have access to an abundance of other skills that exist to customize your build. And in this new update that we're trying to get on the public test server for, they've introduced another 11 skills that are actually customizable skills where you decide how they play. So it's different to anything you've ever played. Didn't know working on that. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Is there a set where it adapts to my playstyle where I like to hold my ground and not run around? What do you mean, Smokey? Are there things where you stand still and they give you bonuses and then you lose them if you move? Yes, those sets do exist. Just read why they shut down the servers. Yikes. Yeah, indeed. We're not going to go over that too much in stream. Didn't even know there was didn't even know that and you played this daily? It helps. I'm hyped as fuck. This is going to be fun. Thanks for the info. Loading it now. You are welcome. Put YouTube in the chat if you want any info as far as beginner guides or builds or mechanics guides, but I would encourage you to do 2 things. 1, do not power level. It won't make you a better player. It will just make you think that you're progressing faster and you're not going anywhere very quick because you have to go backwards and find stuff that you could have picked up along the way. Secondly, don't look at builds too early. Until you're 160 champion points, 160, which is gear cap, there's no point because you're going to out-level all the stuff anyway. Servers are done. No, it was hype for the chat. The NA server's down, yeah. You have to be careful. There are some one-shots in dungeons. There are. I want to chuck a shield at people like a paladin and WoW. You can chuck a shield at people now. We're with Gold Road anyway when it comes out. Read that already. Let me check Discord real quick. There is no update. Server status. No, PCNA is still fucking down. RIP. It was active and it went down again. Unless the queue is back up. Who knows? It says it's down. There's not a lot else I can do really. So we were going to look at the new stuff for Gold Road, which is coming out later this year in the summer, because today is the PTS day. We have read the patch notes, so you can be excited about those, but you aren't going to see any footage today. Just look through your builds for healers. I didn't see a DK healer. Did I miss it? There isn't one on the channel, no. Other people have had them with a Patreon perk for a personal build video, but no, there isn't one available on the channel. It's still down. I just tried to log in. You don't need to log in because I have access to chat that you do not, and I've already checked. So don't worry. Anyway, he was been up the whole time. I have to go, people. We're not getting anywhere fast, so I'll probably do some of this stuff tomorrow. There is a new build being released tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And there was also one released today, which is a 10-year anniversary community collaboration build. There won't be more of those, but that's a one-off, so enjoy it. And I would like to see people stack some of those together. If you're ballsy enough, I want to see multiple people using the Constipator build in a group and then stick some ballistas at the back. Do it properly, you'll make a mess. Right, people, thank you very much indeed for watching. I massively appreciate the support. If you are not subscribing on Twitch, sorry, that's wrong. If you're not subscribing on YouTube, because I'm streaming on both at the moment, hit the button, it's free. If you're not following on Twitch, hit the button, it's free. And if you want to follow on socials, put socials in the chat for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The website, xynodegaming.com, which is massive. I'm going to get to that in a minute. If you want to support financially, give me money. There is Patreon, Throne, Buy Me a Coffee, and merch. Put socials in the chat for those. Before I leave, one big announcement. On the website, if you go to the top of the menu, you'll see links there that say guides, and you can get a drop-down menu, which is nice, right? Some of these have been there before, but it's official now that the series is currently done until Gold Road comes out, because that one's being done now. You're looking for ultimate zone guides. Every single zone in the game, including Cyrodiil for Old Moon Dominion, Ebonheart Pact, Daggerfall Covenant, Imperial City, Imperial Sewers, every single thing, Craglorn, the fucking lot, all there. Every single zone has an ultimate guide with fuck tons of info on it. That is officially finished as of today. There's a 2-year project. It's now done. There will be more as we get more content, but to this stage now where we are in the current game, everything is there. So put website in the chat, go check it out, bookmark the stuff and things. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all